This episode is brought to you by Crimpd. This is the best app I have seen when it comes to self-coached training for rock climbing. Crimpd has dozens of workouts crafted by world-class climbers and coaches that focus on all of the different facets of climbing performance and training, including workouts to guide your outdoor climbing. I just did a really fun collaboration with the guys at Crimpd, and now all of you can try my 3 favorite outdoor bouldering workouts right there in the Crimpd app. We've got one called Steven's Outdoor Bouldering Warm-Up, which is my go-to warm-up on a bouldering day. We've got Steven's Outdoor Limit Bouldering, which will guide you through my approach to projecting hard boulders. And finally, we've got Steven's Outdoor Strength Zone Bouldering, which will guide you through a strength-focused bouldering session. I've used that one a lot in Hueco tanks over the past few years with great results. And it's a great format for sending some of those second-tier boulders and building strength out there on the rock. Check out the Crimpd app at crimpd.com. That's crimpd.com to get started, and download the Crimpd app for free. And type in Steven, Steven, into the search bar in the app to try my go-to outdoor workouts. That's crimpd.com, or find the Crimpd app in the App Store. It's totally free to try. Type Steven in the search and have fun out there on the boulders. This episode is brought to you by AG1. AG1 is one of my favorite parts of my morning routine. As you all know, because I talk about it a lot, I prioritize eating whole foods when it comes to my nutrition. But it can be really hard to get fresh produce and high-quality food when you live on the road or travel to remote climbing areas like I do. AG1 replaces your multivitamin, probiotic, and more in one simple drinkable habit. I think of it as all-in-one nutritional insurance. I just mix one small scoop with water and drink it first thing each morning. Done. I also like that it costs less than $3 per day. Pretty good if you ask me. It's a really effective daily habit with high-quality sourced ingredients. Win-win. If a comprehensive solution is what you need from your supplement routine, then try AG1 and get a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free AG1 travel packs with your first purchase. Go to drinkag1.com/nugget. That's drinkag1.com/nugget. Check it out. Hello, friends, and welcome to another episode of the Nugget Climbing Podcast. This is your host, Stephen Dimmitt, and I'm joined by my co-host here in Rocklands, Ethan Pringle.
Hi. Hi, friends.
And our guests today, multiple. We have many guests today. Troy Fauteux, Austin Hoyt is back on the podcast. He's been on before. And Bryce, Viola. We have a 5-person podcast, the most people I've ever had in one interview. I did not have enough microphones, but we made it work, and I think it turned out really well. So yeah, a wild and crazy fireside chat with some very strong lads. Did you know any of these guys before? You knew Bryce?
Yeah, I had met Bryce and hung out with him a little bit. I did a comp with him in 2018, and yeah, we have a lot of mutual friends.
Okay.
Troy and Austin I hadn't met before, but got to know them on this trip, and it was a blast.
We talked a little bit about their tick list, but not in great detail. We just kind of like touched on climbs that they did, but these guys are all total crushers. Maybe you should add context around like the level.
Well, Bryce has been climbing the longest. Obviously, he's the oldest by a handful of years, and he has done really well in a lot of comps. He's climbed V14 numerous times. He is one of, I think, only 2 people to flash the shield at Stonefort. Him and Daniel Fong made back-to-back flash ascents of the shield one day. Like,
that's so sick.
A bunch of years ago. And yeah, Bryce is like very, very strong, very, very good boulder, and has like climbed a lot of test piece boulders around North America. Bunch in Colorado, in the South, in the Northeast, and all these guys are from the Northeast.
Yeah,
they're just a fun bunch of really strong young boys from the Northeast. Just having a blast out here in Rocklands.
They all had a good trip too. Bryce kind of made it. He makes it sound like he didn't have a good trip, and maybe by his standards he didn't. But he definitely put down a couple V13s on the trip. So did Troy. Troy did the Vice and at least some other V12s. Had a good trip. And then Austin did a Mandala, which is the classic V14 here, and a grip of V13s. And then you'll hear him say in this episode that he's going to go back and try Monkey Wedding, the Fred Nicole V15, one last time on his last fresh day. And you can hear the confidence. He says, I'm going to go do it on Tuesday. And he fucking did it. He went out there and sent, you were there, right?
I watched it happen.
I was sick in bed, so I did not get to watch it happen, but that's
it was
so
pretty
cool.
rad. Definitely one of the coolest sends, like boulder problem sends I've ever seen.
Why is that?
Well, you could tell that he had the level to do it and he had all the practice. He had it like pretty dialed, but he wasn't matching his high point from previous sessions. I think he was just like rushing a little bit, maybe a little bit in his head. And the time that he sent, he fumbled a couple of the moves like pretty bad on the way to the crux, and then just still like stuck the crux hold and then like did the move that he had been falling on, kind of barely, but like did it, and then almost biffed it after the crux. Like everyone was just watching with their like holding their breaths, hoping that he wouldn't fall, but it was very rad. And it was, his second to last day of the trip, so
yeah,
very righteous send.
Yeah, congrats to Austin, his first V15. Yeah, that kid just keeps getting better and better. He's only 19 years old, so excited to see what he does. But yeah, thanks to all these guys for coming on the show. We had a really fun time sitting around the fire and chatting. Expect no nuggets in this episode. I don't know if you'll learn anything, but hopefully you'll have some fun joining us.
You'll learn that you need to watch Warrior V3 Pawtuckaway.
Yes, I will link to that in the show notes. All right, please enjoy this wide-ranging and wild and fun conversation with Troy Fauteux, Austin Hoyt, and Bryce Viola.
Come on, Troy. Troy, come on.
Brad, it's bad.
Is it alcoholic?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it like super boozy?
No. Not super boosty.
4.5%.
Okay,
That a
that's a
lot?
good beer.
Yeah.
No, that's not.
No,
That's
that's a light beer.
standard.
Yeah.
Oh, you gave me the one that's 5.
Cheers, guys.
Right. Cheers. Yeah.
Cheers,
Thank you.
gentlemen. Welcome. First things first.
Austin
Did you
has a
guys
smearing off?
Did you
spin.
guys flip a car?
That was yeah. So we're staying with 7 people.
Yeah.
and they totally flipped the car.
They
I was not involved.
Flipped.
We do not take any credit
Yeah.
for this.
3 of us, not part of it.
Yeah.
I heard it was you two flipped the car.
Leave it off.
The rumors are not true. No, I witnessed it. Like, I looked in my rearview mirror and watched the car flip.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Who was in the car?
Our
Our
roommates.
housemates.
Was
Yeah.
it Robbie and Mitch and what's the?
No,
gal's
it was
name?
Thomas, Mitch, and Maddie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What happened?
Robbie was with us.
They, honest to God, they got so. This was like day 2 or day 3. They
I'll
were
tell
so
the
excited.
company.
They were looking at rocks on
Oh.
the road, and they
just
got
drove off the
distracted.
road.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Straight into the
overcorrected
ditch.
to the right and then overcorrected harder to the left.
Wow.
Not so good, yeah.
Not good.
I just got a call like, Bryce, you got to come pick us up.
Was the car totaled? What
Oh,
happened?
I have
was
some
really
photos.
totaled.
Want to see?
Yeah, I would love. Well, we don't have to do it right now, but we should share them.
Yeah.
Like it flipped over,
It was like a cartwheel motion more.
Oh my
like,
God.
Instead of like a flip,
Holy
but it was
shit.
bad.
and everyone's fine.
Everyone was fine. We
It was a rough start to the trip.
yeah, it was bad.
we got a tow from this guy with one leg, no prosthetic. So he was
A little
just
closer
like,
with the mic.
he was
There you
making us do all the car towing.
Was it Jethro?
Stuff. I don't know.
Was he like from DePac House or was he from Clan William or something?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Okay. White or black guy?
White guy,
It's probably Jethro.
maybe.
Yeah.
Is he famous?
Does he have one leg?
He lost his leg
Yeah.
in like a climbing related accident.
Oh,
Oh,
interesting.
shit.
Yeah.
That
Wow.
sucks.
Crazy.
That's great. What a crazy.
Yeah.
And now he tows people's cars.
I mean,
and
there's probably
asks them
other
to
like
do the
white
setup.
guys within a
Yeah.
50-kilometer vicinity who are missing a
One
leg.
leg,
But,
yeah.
So,
But yeah, we got a new car. Just drove up to us and they dropped it off.
Oh, wow.
And it was like the next day we were back to business. So
Amazing.
yeah,
You can just show up in Rocklands and rent a car and flip it, and everything's fine.
yeah.
Apparently.
Did you get the insurance on the car, or did they?
They got the insurance.
They got the
and
insurance.
so
Yeah,
no charges.
that's good.
Or
Wow.
hassle. Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
I guess that's an argument for getting the insurance.
Yeah. I always skip
You
it.
have to get
I always have it too.
Yeah.
Damn.
So.
What else happened to you guys at the start of the trip? You got delayed 2 days, and you didn't leave the New Jersey
shoot.
airport.
Yeah. I guess Bryce and Austin made out well.
Yeah, I've had a pretty good trip personally.
Yeah. But
This is relevant to the podcast, I promise.
No.
Go for it. Tell the
But yeah,
story,
no,
sir.
keep going.
Troy got
You've been
delayed.
here- How long have you been here, Troy?
Pretty much right before July 1st.
And you've had no stuff the whole time. You've just been wearing other people's clothes.
Came
had
No,
your
roughly mine.
Shoes in the carry-on is a good move.
Yeah.
That's really smart.
Yep.
You had your climbing shoes.
Didn't even have like chalk, just shoes.
How many pairs of
climbing
shoes?
tape. 2 pairs.
Okay,
Okay.
Yeah.
that's like total number of shoes for the whole trip.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I left Boston shorts, short sleeve shirt. Had like a light sweatshirt, and that's all I have for clothes.
Wow. No pants.
No pants.
Where did these pants come from?
Oh, Robbie.
Okay. So your friends like donated some clothes.
He
to the
doesn't know I
cause.
took them yet.
Okay.
I saw him this morning rummaging through Robbie's clothes. He was like, I'm not trying to take anything that good.
He's like, what do I want to wear today?
Yeah. Well, Robbie, your outfit looks great. On Troy.
Where'd this
for the
sweater come
podcast.
from?
Robbie bought in town.
For you?
No.
I thought you bought one.
Nope.
Should everyone introduce themselves? Should we do that? Austin's already been on the show.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Thank you. I'm psyched.
You're one of, I think, maybe only 3 people that I interviewed remotely and then met later in person and interviewed the second time in person.
That's pretty.
Usually like in person and then we do a remote follow-up. That's
Yeah.
happened more
All
often,
the way
but yeah.
around. Switcheroo.
So here we are.
I'm proud.
And then Troy, welcome.
Hello.
How do you say your last name?
Photo, like photograph.
Photo?
Yep.
Okay.
Whoa.
Never knew. I've always wondered.
Yeah.
There's
Easy
way
enough.
too many letters.
You can remember that? Yeah.
Is that
And then Bryce,
Yeah.
Yeah, Bryce, Viola.
Viola.
Yeah.
Cool. Are you all from the same place?
We're all from the Northeast.
Northeast?
U.S. Different places. Austin and I are both from New York. Troy's from New Hampshire.
You're Connecticut now, though.
I live in Connecticut now. Yeah.
Okay.
Same difference.
Well, cool. I'm excited to learn more about you because I don't really know much about you
Okay.
yet. And then Troy, I don't know if you know this, but it's been a dream of Ethan and mine to have you on the show.
Yes.
And I will tell you why.
Okay.
It is because of this. I'm going to play this for everybody. Ready?
Come on. Come on, Troy. Troy, come on.
Brad. It's bad. Don't do this. Don't do this.
Troy, come on.
Brad, I'm dead.
You're scaring me.
Brad, I'm fucking dead.
Troy, come on. Troy,
Brad, I'm dead.
you're scaring me.
Brad!
Troy. I got you.
Brad!
You're good if you go straight down. I got you.
No. Brad, please.
I got you. Troy,
Brad, I'm dead.
I got you.
Brad's like my favorite part.
Ethan and I have quoted that to each other hundreds of times. At least hundreds of times.
I've also told dozens of people about this video and shown dozens of people this video.
Same. I've probably watched it 20 plus times. It makes me laugh this hard.
Every time.
Every time.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
I don't watch it enough.
If you need a good pick me up, it's a good one.
I remember seeing it. I don't remember how I found it. And thinking it was like, maybe thinking it was the funniest thing on the internet. And then finding out that you're like actually a total crusher it makes it so much better. That makes it so much funnier. But for people that haven't seen that, I'll share it in the show notes. But that's Troy. Well, you tell me, on the top of a V3 called Warrior in Pawtucket.
Yeah.
When was this?
2015.
Okay.
It was my first year climbing outside.
So you were a newbie. This was like... Yeah.
I was like 2.5 years into climbing.
Okay.
But
You were pretty strong, though. Like,
yeah,
you climbed like V9 that year, right?
I had climbed like
V11.
I had climbed V9 in the gym, and then just kind of made the transition into climbing outside.
Mm-hmm.
Had you ever climbed a slab before?
It looked like you just exited wrong. Like you went the wrong way up the top of the boulder, maybe. Totally forgot you had feet. Like, you still had legs, but like you forgot you had feet. Like your knees are all over
Knees were
the
in
place.
place.
Yeah, you're like kneeling on the
Yeah.
slab.
So the whole story behind that was actually the Golden State Warriors were like 15-0 that year, and I said if they went 16-0, I was gonna try and do Warrior, and they ended up going like 24-0 that year.
Whoa.
Whoa.
I was like, okay, I gotta do Warrior.
Is it a scary highball? What's the deal?
Wicked scary.
Yeah.
And the guidebook actually says, very scary, need large balls.
The guidebook says, Brad,
Yeah.
it's tall.
The landing is bad. You can't see it in the
really
video,
bad.
but it's
Mm.
bad.
There's
It looks like a
pine
little
needles.
Landing's
platform or
bad.
something.
There's
There's like
constant
rocks.
pine needles in the
okay.
crack.
Okay.
Okay.
I was indeed going the right way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because after like the video goes on to show you sending it.
Yeah.
Same day, right?
Yeah.
Like right afterward.
Mhm.
Yeah, and you
And
top
you-
out left, right?
Yeah, you go
Yeah.
a different way.
hmm Yeah.
So do people not like? Were you just off route, or is that just another
The crack
variation?
is just that dirty.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Even if it was clean, I probably wouldn't have been able to do it, but I could have at least like tried to hump my way up, you know?
Uh-huh.
Oh my
Because
God.
I couldn't use my feet, obviously.
Were there? Are there footholds where your like feet and knees were in that video?
Probably smears.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, definitely no footholds.
It's like overhung.
Yeah.
It's like a bulge.
I showed this to my friends on in Magic Wood on my trip in Switzerland, and everyone was just dying. They loved it. And my friend Corey said it perfectly. He's like, the thing is, Troy thinks he's going to die, and he accepts it. Just you could like hear that in your voice.
Yeah.
Just nodding.
Yeah. We were short on pads, too. It's literally just me and my brother.
Wow.
Your
We only
brother's
had
Brad?
2 pads.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was just one of those things like, sweet, I've climbed V9 in the gym. V3 should be easy, right?
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm,
And I just didn't know what I was getting into. And
mhm,
obviously, everything was ground up.
mhm.
And you have a background in like BMX or something like that, so you're not afraid of like bold things. So that's why it makes sense to me that like you were like, oh, just try this really scary thing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But
That
I'm
was
sure Brad egged him on.
It was actually one of the first videos I ever recorded too. Like I just got a camera.
It's so good that you got that on video.
yeah, because
It couldn't be funnier if it was made up.
Right,
It's
right.
so perfect.
yeah, I mean even now, like most of us don't record like V3s, you know.
Yeah, totally. Is that the most scared you've ever been climbing?
it was at the time. Now it's I think it's top 3.
Okay.
Yeah,
What are the others?
yeah.
I honestly like topping out Magnetic North direct.
Mhm. That you're really high off the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone thought I was done, and I was up there like doing the slab straight up, and I was so quiet. I was on the slab for like 10 minutes,
10 minutes.
but just like not trusting my footwork at all,
Mm-hmm.
and knowing the consequences. That just felt like scary. Like that
Yeah.
seems like
Mm-hmm.
instant death, you know.
Well, yeah, that one's in Bishop. You're topping out. Is that grandpa or grandma? Which one is that?
Grandma.
Grandma.
And you're like, what, 30 plus feet up when you're going up the
Yeah.
slab, probably?
It's like the way people don't do it too, though. It's like direct top out.
Oh.
Yeah, most people like you kind of go over the lip and then you go left and then up. It's pretty mellow.
Mm.
Oh, I
You
see.
just go straight up.
Mm.
then
Magnetic
it's
North direct.
less mellow.
Mm.
Not to be confused
There's like
with
a
direct
couple-
north.
Kind of bad smears right above that like patina shelf or something.
Just like as soon as I left that shelf,
Yeah.
I knew I couldn't down climb, and I
Mm.
was like, yeah. It's like-
So were you standing on the shelf for 10 minutes or were you
No.
up on the smears for 10
the
minutes?
smears, yeah.
That's so,
Yeah.
oh my God.
Whoa.
Mhm.
Legs are shaking, getting all pumped.
Yeah.
I think I know which moves you're talking about.
It's just
Did you do the direct top out too?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
I don't even remember. I've done that one, but it was so long ago.
Yeah.
I don't remember what I did.
one of those things where I was still like not good on my feet and just not trusting myself at all at that height.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what's number 3?
That was probably number 1. The top 3 is close. Ariana, I thought was pretty scary.
Oh god.
What is that?
Is that the thing in Red Rocks?
Next to
Yeah.
Leap.
You did that thing.
Yeah, next
oh my
to-
god.
Did it
That thing
solo.
is.
I did it solo. Yeah.
I think I remember seeing like pictures or footage of that and being like, "Wow, that's very bold."
What is
Yeah.
it?
It's like a really, it's a really tall, but also has a really bad landing, and it's rated V6, but it's probably like V8,
I would agree.
and it's like really big moves, really big committing moves, kind of like a strange style. It's like kind of like slopey shelf mantling, but side pulling with your left hand, right? Is that what it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Right next to the shiny path.
Yeah, right next to Shining Path.
Wow.
The landing is like kind of a little like platform, and if it would be very easy to fall past the platform and just like chunder into the gully.
Yikes!
I think
Wow.
the landing, like the shiny path, has the platform,
Right.
And then Ariana has
Not
No
the
platform.
platform.
Yeah.
Has the hill. Like,
Right.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
not
that's extremely bold.
Yeah, and the story behind that was like me and Josh Maring were working the Shining Path on rope, and he had to go to get like a job interview or something for college,
Mm.
and he left me there. I was like, yeah, I'll just try the moves on top rope or whatever.
Mhm.
And I ended up like switching over to Ariana, doing the moves like twice on rope, and it was like, I can do this thing with like 2 pads. Didn't put much thought into it. And then I forgot my sequence at the top.
No, dude.
Yeah. And I was like kind of rushing. And then hesitated on the move to lip, caught the lip, and it's a jug. But on that like split second of hesitation, I was like, what am I doing up here?
Wow.
So,
Yeah.
Oh my
I'm
God.
not gonna celebrate that.
Did you film it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
We need to see that one too. You need to film everything scary that you ever do.
Yeah.
You're so bold.
Bryce quoted me, and he said that was the most irresponsible thing of all time.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
what
wow.
he told me.
Yeah. I'm not gonna celebrate that one.
It's funny. It's funny that you didn't put much
Got
thought
away
into
with
it
it.
because most people are like, I mean, they just consider climbing that and they're like, this is really serious. I want to be like 99.9% sure I'm not going to fall.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting when you like do something comfortably on a rope. You're like, oh, it's chill. Like, it wasn't that hard. And then, it's so different when the rope's not there.
Mhm.
If it's something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it honestly, when you see it in person, it's one of the most inspiring lines you can see too. Like
Mm.
probably the best V6 that I've ever done.
Wow.
Wow.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
Air
Yeah.
quotes. Okay.
V6.
Yeah.
That's pretty sandbagged. But
Yeah.
Mhm, mhm. Wow. Okay. I had one more thought about the video that I just have to share. Like one of my favorite moments. I watched it so many times. Like I have a favorite moment in this video, and it's, Brad like can't keep his shit together. He's like really scared for you, but then there's one moment where it gets really quiet, and he goes, "Troy." He like mimics your fear. He goes, "Troy."
Doesn't he say, Troy, you're scaring me?
Yeah.
Troy, you're
Yeah,
scary.
yeah, I can't imagine me and Brad like just seeing my legs dangling up 15 feet above them and like,
I like how you said,
Anyway.
Brad, it's bad.
It's bad.
It's so funny.
Brad's
It's bad.
Don't do this. Why did you say don't do this? That's so funny.
You said the most perfect things you could have said.
Oh my gosh.
Have you been back and climbed it that same direction? Like that?
I went back 5 years later
Okay.
and actually cleaned it on rope.
Okay.
You
Mhm.
made a video of that, right?
Yeah.
There's like,
And there's not really any hand jams or anything like I was missing. I think it was just really, really dirty.
Hmm.
And the slab itself was just full of lichen and stuff too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It just doesn't get done.
Uh-huh.
I like obviously my feet probably still would have been popping, but I might have been able to hump my way up, like I said. Because I wouldn't have, if I had any other option, I wouldn't have dropped. Because the boulder you like land on, it's totally uneven,
Mm-hmm.
and I couldn't see where I was dropping
Mm-hmm.
because of the bulge.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't really think I was gonna die. I just thought I was gonna like break my legs, which is terrible to just know like, okay, I'm about to let go and break my legs. That's a terrible feeling.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
What inspired you to get back on it after that?
Shit, that's a good question.
The Warriors went 24-0,
There you
dude.
go.
You didn't have a choice.
Actually, it's funny because I went back up to like look at the left exit and I almost fell off the top Yeah, I was yeah. So I was like trying to see if it would be possible to climb the left, and I'm like on the top of like looking for holds, and I almost slipped right off the top of the boulders.
Wow.
Yikes.
What a day.
Yeah, I
Nice.
guess I did that one soft second go, huh?
Nice.
Or
Well done.
irresponsible second go.
Irresponsible second go.
Actually, I'm surprised Brad even allowed me to pull back on after that.
Yeah,
I'm
what
not.
is with you
He has a
guys?
fair share of
So when you
danger.
went back 5 years later and did it, did you just like smear on the slab and like stand up on your feet?
Dude, there's like a tree root growing in the crack and everything.
Uh-huh.
It was so dirty. Even after I cleaned it, leaf blow, everything.
Okay.
It was still quite dirty.
Okay.
There's your video. The untold story.
Yeah.
We'll have to
Okay.
watch.
Yeah,
We'll have to
I
compare
want to
his
see what you
footwork.
do. Yeah. Because when you first start panicking and you're just like sitting on your knees on the slab, I'm like, they're just not
That's
not
funny.
be footholds.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah. It's better if you can imagine there are footholds and I'm just using my knees, right?
Well, I thought there were. I mean, I'm like, how else do people climb it? But
Yeah, people
So
don't.
much leg
They don't
movement.
climb it.
okay.
That's the main thing. People
Maybe
don't do
Elliot
it.
climbed it.
Yeah, the untold story, you actually do get a pretty good idea of
Okay.
how dirty it was.
Okay.
Hmm.
We'll have to watch that.
It's amazing.
My favorite Troy video is the mandala
Yeah.
untold story.
I've seen
That's a classic.
that one too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a nice little documentary of Troy's process on the mandala.
Your tryhard is pretty legendary.
Thank you.
You really give it
Mm.
up there. Yeah, you've got some good screams. Survival tryhard screams.
Yeah.
On every
Try
move.
much harder.
It makes me feel like I don't try hard enough.
Yeah.
I hardly ever scream.
Mm-hmm.
hmm
Yeah. I feel like it has to be like a certain type of move for that to even be the answer sometimes. Like usually I hold my breath when I need tons of tension.
Mm-hmm.
I like hold my breath because that's like I'm trying even harder than like making noise.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. You can't.
Do you
You
relate
can't
to that
breathe.
at all?
You can't exhale.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. But maybe I'm doing it wrong. I don't know.
Gotta keep the core tight.
Yeah. Do you have any more questions about Warrior? We've been waiting for this interview for a long time.
I mean, I could
Years.
probably think of some, but I need a minute. I need a minute
always
to
circle back.
process all the information we
Yeah,
just
definitely.
received.
But it is funny because like me and Ethan have come close to meeting before this trip, and like Rocklands it didn't happen till Rocklands, but Vegas it almost happened, and it would have been cool to like meet him after doing the Shining Path or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it all came together this trip.
Did you
Yeah.
send the Shining Path?
Mhm.
Nice.
Yeah, celebrate with margaritas. Let's go,
Nice.
baby.
Still waiting for our margarita night.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Do you guys get margaritas at DeKelders?
No.
Well,
Yeah, we're
We have-
waiting
oh!
for a reason.
Oh my God,
we
the
haven't
frozen
earned
margaritas there? Yeah.
You have to send 8C for
we
margaritas.
gotta earn them.
Okay. Is that the?
Also, apparently they're not that good.
Yeah, apparently.
Oh,
No, you'll
okay.
be disappointed. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's like the thought that counts. Yeah. We said when we send Monkey Wedding on Tuesday, we're going Traveler's Rest. I put it out there. We're going Traveler's Rest. We're getting the puddings, and then we're going to the pub and getting onion rings and margaritas. There we go.
You got a
That's our
plan.
celebration.
Is that is it pudding for dinner,
Pudding
onion rings,
for
and
dinner.
margaritas for dessert?
Exactly.
Okay.
That's the
Right.
plan.
Sounds
I
neutral.
put it out there.
What's the plan for the lead up to Tuesday? Are you guys going to climb like Sunday, Monday? Are you going to rest Monday, I assume?
I think
No?
the plan now is
Great
climb
question.
Sunday.
Yeah.
We kind of just are playing it by ear because the plan was originally Monday. Then it's raining now, so
Mm.
I think we're gonna climb tomorrow in like the danger zone or something kind of light, and then
Mhm.
rest. I can't take 2 days off. I don't know why. I don't know about you though.
Yeah.
You're too
Oh.
psyched.
Yeah, that's probably.
And
it.
you're young and you don't need to yet. Save that for later. You'll want to eventually.
Yeah, I can't climb.
I want to all the time now.
I
A double rest day is really nice.
I have a hard time doing it here.
Yeah.
It's too much.
Other places I have an easier time, but here it's really hard because there's just so many
much.
rocks
Yeah.
to cling to.
Even like we've been doing like hiking days, and I mean my knees don't like it, but I'm too psyched. I can't just sit in the house.
Mm.
Yeah.
Just go explore.
Yeah,
Check out things. I should do more of that because I want to like. It just takes forever to see
yeah,
Yeah.
stuff here. Like it, everything's so spread out, and Yeah.
What do you guys
it's
look
the
at?
opposite of magic wood.
Living large.
Yeah, nice.
Living large.
What else?
That's one to check
Yeah,
off
I
the box.
recommend.
Yeah,
I recommend.
Yeah, I've
It's-
seen it a couple
they're
times.
cool.
I think
Yeah.
I actually wrapped on it in
That's sick.
2011, but
that's cool.
it was like in the sun. It wasn't even cold.
Did you try it though?
I think so. I think I tried to pull on, and the holds are like all the holds are like shitty non-holds,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
I think I might have. Yeah. I don't think I did very many moves, but it's huge, huh?
Huge.
Huge.
Except I was having this debate with them. I was telling them that the finish line intimidates me more, I think. Because
The finish line is very exposed, and the landing's bad.
But as soon as you
Yeah.
pull on, you can like see the other side of the cliff.
The perceived exposure on the
Mhm.
finish line is
Exactly.
pretty extreme.
But I
Yeah.
feel like on the finish line, you could hang and drop on a lot of spots, or like you could drop.
But I
Well,
feel
people bail off of. I mean, people have bailed off of the
Yeah,
living large.
I feel like you can.
But
It's like
a big
flat.
bail.
It's
Yeah.
10 pads, you know. We just rewatched the video of Nale Afang, and he did it with 4 pads or some crazy like.
I think he did living large with 4 pads
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
That's what
Like,
they're talking about.
that-
Oh, living large. I thought you
Living
said
large, yeah, sorry.
finish line. Yeah.
But like
Finish line before pads would be
finished. Oh my
would be really crazy.
That's
Wouldn't put it past him.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was, and he was like, yeah, just didn't have enough pads that day, but I did it.
But conditions
Wow.
are good.
Yeah.
Just didn't let go.
It's kind of
That's crazy. How's the monkey wedding going?
It's been good, yeah. Well, I think Austin's deep in the like
I'm in the mental.
painful part of the
Yeah.
projecting process where it's just you're not really making very much progress. You have to like kind of really like dig deep to find
Yeah.
victories in the day.
Yeah. My new victory is like, oh, this toe hook works a little better.
Yeah.
Except I haven't got back to the part
I've been
where I
making
fall.
steady progress, so I've still been having fun.
Yeah. It's been going good though. I mean,
Yeah. But it's good.
you know, AC doesn't just happen. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy that I have to work for it. And I feel like it'll feel good when I send.
Mm-hmm.
How
Mm-hmm.
about you?
Yeah. If it was easy, it would be hard.
Yeah.
So,
That's what you commented on my Lucid post.
yeah.
Wise words. If it was easy, it wouldn't be hard.
I like to tease them a bit. I was like, yeah, it's going to day 8, baby.
Yeah.
Is that how many sessions you put on
I
it?
think I'm on day 8 now. I don't know how I jammed so many days
Mhm.
into, but I think I'm on 8 somehow.
Mm.
Is that the most number of days you've ever put into a boulder?
I think maybe 2nd or 3rd, but there's one in New York that I think I put like 19 days in on.
Which
Did we talk about that one?
Yeah, that was the flashing lights. That was my like
V14?
yeah, that was my like best FA, I'd say. But it was like my long time project in New York, or not long time, but it was like the project I was working on, kind of, I don't know, like last season I think, and eventually did. So that was pretty fun.
How did Lucid Dreaming go?
Oh, pretty good. It went way better than I thought. Like, yeah, my girlfriend and I hiked out one day to just like literally just look at, like, my main goal is direct north, but we hiked out just to look at it, see like if I have to shovel it or anything. So I was like, yeah, okay, I can't try it today. So I put my pads under Lucid, and I like first try pulled on to like the pinch, and I was like, okay, I can hold it. And then like within a few goes, I was like touching the pinch, and then next session I did the move to the pinch.
Hmm.
And then by session 3, I had like done the stand start. And then, yeah, I think I gave it like 3 more days. And I stuck the move to the pinch from the ground one time. And I fell like jumping to the crimp. And then it was a pretty awesome celebration. I like fell and was like freaking out. Like, oh my God, we can do it. But it was a really awesome experience to like
Nice.
try that boulder.
Sweet.
But you did the move from like to the crimp in isolation.
Yeah, I did.
He did it
I did a
quick.
3rd go.
Wow.
I was like, I'd like
from the pinch to the crimp.
yeah, I topped it out too. I like wrapped down,
Wow.
cleaned it all up. I was like, oh, I want to do the stand start. No one ever does it. Like,
Mhm.
super cool jet rock line. And I
Mhm.
pulled on first go, like tapped it. I was like, okay, I can do it.
Is that an established boulder?
Yeah, it's like
Jared
Rosterman
Ross.
vibrations,
Rosterman.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jared
It's
Ross.
rated V12, right?
yeah.
It's really hard.
That's V14, I think.
I was extremely excited to just pull on the wall and establish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's like
That
one of the
pinch is
hardest
so
moves I've ever tried on.
bad.
rock.
I think
It's
it's the
so
hardest move
hard.
I've ever
so
done.
slippery.
Yeah.
I think so.
I
Yeah.
can hold
Wow.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
It was, I was in. Yeah,
Right away.
and then
feel
topping
like-
it out was fucking awesome too.
Nice.
Like, victory.
Yeah, the
lap.
next moves look fun.
They're very fun.
Yeah.
But in, like I remember watching an old Megos video of him doing it, and he was like, the slab is V7, this and that. But I think the slab's probably V3.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Doesn't seem that bad.
Yeah, but it's fun.
I feel like there's a point. I see that sometimes with really strong climbers. Like it's not that they just like V7 feels so easy to
Yeah.
him that he can't
Yeah.
tell the difference between 7 and 3.
Maybe he
Yeah.
meant like after you stick the
Yeah,
crux,
maybe
it's
the Crimpd
V7.
moves.
Yeah,
That would make sense too. I
Yeah.
can see that.
Okay.
That's what you were saying, I think. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
We don't want to misquote.
Or maybe,
No,
maybe he's just a
Alex
big
Megos
softie.
is listening.
Yeah, he's just a big
Is Alex
softie.
Megos listening to this, you think?
Sorry.
No,
Megos.
probably
No,
not.
probably not.
I don't think Alex Megos is listening to this.
Maybe
Hi,
people
Alex.
will tell him to, though.
Yeah,
Maybe.
true. And then
Alex,
there goes my rep.
Can you tell
soft
the
second go.
Can you tell the difference
It's not
between V7 and V3? Let us know.
Oh my god.
Come on the podcast and let me know.
Actually, I heard Arnold like roast him on this podcast.
Yeah, he
It's like, he's got skinny legs, can't even hike up a hill.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
he kind of quickly cut himself off though.
He
He's
did.
like, well, he probably can't, but he chooses not to because it's totally irrelevant for his goals. And I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good point.
Speaking of Megos, I stayed up like all night a few nights ago watching his taping videos on YouTube just to try monkey wedding with tape.
Mm,
And it worked pretty damn well. I'm pretty impressed. with how
really?
good it is.
I
Yeah.
think about Alex Megos every time I consider putting tape on my
Yeah.
fingertips.
you just it's insane. You got to think the
They're
fact that he did
synonymous.
Lucid. He did Lucid with tape on his
That's
fingers.
so
is
insane.
It makes
insane.
no sense.
It makes
Yeah.
no sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no friction on that
No,
hold. It
it's
doesn't
not-
bite at all.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
That's just a testament to how strong his fingers actually are.
Must be.
Yeah.
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 How hard do you think it is with tape on all
I
your
don't
fingers?
think, I don't think it's possible.
Yeah.
I don't know how he did it.
So what's his deal? I mean, we don't need to break it down now, but it's like he like crisscrosses all the way
Yeah.
down. And
He
then
did like a one roll over and then
Uh-huh.
like a crisscross all the way down to like the second joint or knuckle or whatever.
is he like super gluing like different layers.
Yeah,
of
he
it
was
and stuff?
like, it was, I don't know, it was like a 30-minute long video.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just taping it.
Holy
Impressive.
Wow.
It helped though.
I'd
Did
rather
you do
just
it?
take a rest.
did
day
do
than
it.
spend
I
that much
did
time
tape
taping
it,
on my
and-
fingers.
It worked. It felt like a little worse maybe. I mean, I can't take a rest day. I got like so many weird bruises on
Oh,
my
wow.
fingertips.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's
One
bad.
rest day is not
Are
going to
those
do
from
it,
Monkey
dude.
Wedding?
Look at that one.
This one's from Monkey Wedding.
What the fuck,
so
dude?
indented.
Don't climb tomorrow.
Yeah, I know.
We're
I,
climbing.
Let me see that ring.
I just
finger.
tape
We're
it all
going
up. This one's not as bad as it looks. It's flat.
Can I
You can,
feel
skin,
it?
Yeah.
you can skin farm on the flight home.
Jesus, dude.
It's weird.
bruised.
Yeah.
From Monkey Wedding.
This one's Monkey Wedding. This one was Monkey Wedding, and then I did Quintessential yesterday.
Okay.
Oh, you
And-
laugh at that footage.
Oh my god.
I
yeah.
wish he had that for you.
It was
His
bad.
flash go was hilarious.
What happened?
I like flashed to like the last, like I was like here and here, and I was like going to bump to the jug, and I just dry fired,
Oh.
and then
that happened
Don't get
to
too
me once
excited
off
because
of,
he
off of Bryce's
proceeded.
hold too.
Yeah.
Yeah. He proceeded to fall like 15 times in a row
Okay.
off that move.
it was so bad. I had my
But,
hand,
like,
there was
hand-
one
hand on
go
jug.
where I was handing the
pretty
jug,
much.
and he was, I'm like static into the jug, and I'm like looking around like, what do I do? What do I do? And I was like, I'm gonna take this cut, and I tried to take the cut, and I just fell.
Oh.
Damn.
With the hand in the jug, not
Like
the slow
right
part.
below the jug. Like I
Mm.
could have just went like that and been in the jug.
You didn't
But I
even try
decided
hard
not
on the
to.
cut.
I didn't even
You
try.
just you cut and you just
I was
and then
like,
you were on the ground. You
Yeah.
just whimpered. Your arms just whimpered
I was
out.
like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
From what I could tell from the video, he basically did the climb 15 times.
Yeah.
Wow.
Within like 15 minutes.
Wow.
Jesus.
It's,
I've
That's
noticed that
amazing.
Austin doesn't need to rest very much.
yeah, I was watching my footy of industry on my camera last night. And I was like, wait a minute. I tried it 5 times before anyone else tried once.
You were definitely like 5-1.
Yeah, it was
for
bad.
me.
It
Yeah.
was not great. But
Bryce was like 3-1.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was resting a lot, but
Yeah.
I think this is interesting, Bryce. I was kind of wondering if you were like you seem like the quiet, mature one of the group, but then you spent like the whole day in the rain climbing in your underwear yesterday, and I was like, oh, maybe not. He's just another one of the boys. How's your trip been?
The trip's been interesting. I was here 7 years ago. I had a good trip. I did like a lot of the things that I wanted to do.
How old are you now?
Now I'm 29,
Okay.
so I'm approaching my peak. I'm in my late mid 20s. No, the trip's been good. Yeah, like I've been just kind of like I was seeing like kind of the stuff like I kind of wanted to project this trip, so we were kind of testing the waters with like Black Eagle and Monkey Wedding and
And that Black
mostly
Eagle broke.
been Black Eagle broke the way I was doing it, which was tragic.
Yeah.
the little spike.
The little spike, yeah.
okay.
I mean, it was bound to happen,
Yeah.
but I wanted to do it before that happened. But yeah, Monkey Wedding's been fun. And it's been fun just checking out like the new zones. There's so many new zones, like the Danger Zone, Coop is new for me, Eland, all that is like really cool to see. And it's cool to be like out here in this like community again with like it's interesting out here. Like all these climbers, all these people from around the world. It's an interesting vibe always.
Mm-hmm. What are your guys' favorite zones? And what are the zones that, like, if you have to just go look at a zone just to kind of get your eyeballs on it and scope it out, what are the ones that can't be missed?
I got mine, I think.
I think the coop blew me away, like, because you like go downhill and it's like an entire another Rocklands downhill that you can't see from the road.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
And then there's a pretty waterfall if you walk deep enough.
I think mine's probably Road Crew. I think Road Crew is really cool. I just like being able to see a mandala and then like every other like boulder around it, and you have such a cool view of like the entire pass. I like it up there, or like the fortress, like the same kind of thing. Just having that view, I think it's cool.
You have one?
I think Fields of Joy is underrated. Very, very fun to just go up there and do moderates, and the few double digits that are up there are all really good.
Nice.
We haven't climbed in Champagne sector, but I think that's like probably one of the coolest too. Like it was just so cool. Yeah, just everything there was like water polished. Weirdly, it seemed like.
Wow.
Very cool.
Do you have one?
I mean, Champagne sector is it's a cool hike, and then the rock is a bit different. It's kind of like a different strata of the sandstone or something. Has like slightly different.
What are problems there that I would know?
We'll live in large is there.
Oh, got it.
And then there's that slab too. That like I don't know how to pronounce
Piahi.
it. Yeah. Looks
Right
like
V12 slab.
amazing.
Yeah.
Looks like a tough zone.
It looks-
Yeah. It's like all highball, like
Dude,
bold stuff.
There's like
Hard stuff.
V14, V16, V12, V14, all next to each other.
Wow.
You see
Insane.
why they're stacked.
Yeah.
Is there another V14?
Yeah, there's the modified limited rampage.
Yeah.
Then there's live and large.
Large.
Then there's the 12 slab, and there's one just right of that called Getting By.
Whoa.
Yeah,
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Nale, he just
Nale.
slips him in.
Yeah. Nolly does everything.
Yeah.
He has
pretty
like
cool.
he has the most extensive badass first ascent
Oh my
resume,
God,
I think.
And they're usually very
5-star.
good.
Yeah.
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 I mean, we hiked out to a random one with Paul. It's called like Digital Populous, and it was like the coolest boulder in Rocklands. It was pretty
Whoa.
cool.
Yeah, it looks sick.
Very, very good.
How hard is that?
It's like 8B, I think.
I think so,
That's
yeah.
what Paul thought. He did it.
Oh, he did it.
Yeah, Paul ended up
Yeah,
doing
he
it.
went. I think he
cool.
went back and did it.
Okay.
Yeah, he's like, he went
Um,
back for the second session in the morning because we got sandbagged. We were told it was a nighttime or like a late in the day boulder, and we showed up and we were like, it's been in sun for like the past 8 hours.
Oh,
So it's very much a morning boulder.
Okay.
But he said it was like way better in the morning.
It's cool though. Yeah, it's very cool.
I think the view from Cedar Rouge is like my favorite view in Rocklands. Like kind of where Black Eagle is, but
Oh,
even over by like King of Limbs, it's
Dude,
like
that, oh my
The
God.
view
yeah.
from behind King of Limbs is insane.
it's insane.
Just like
yeah.
through the little triangle.
Insane.
Bryce.
Yeah, you can see like the parking lot, and then you can see like the saddle and
Yeah.
everything in between.
That's sick.
Yeah, all I remember from King of Limbs is just crouching in this little cave, just thinking everything's reachy.
Did you try that thing?
I did it last trip.
Oh, you
yeah,
did
I was
it?
actually
Nice.
really excited
Nice.
about it. Yeah.
It looks sick.
Did you
The movement looks really
send
cool.
it in a session?
No.
Okay.
No. Yeah.
I thought it was really hard.
So yeah.
Yeah.
He's a sieger.
First go, second session. No big deal.
Nice. It's so crazy how quickly climbing's moving. I just rewatched Pure. Have you guys seen that old Chuck Freiberger film?
Yeah.
I watched it so many times, like back in the day, and it's Nolly and Rocklands, like Nolly and Cody Roth and stuff. And I just watched it again. And I was like, he's doing boulders that like almost all of them are things that like I could potentially do, which now everyone does stuff that there's no way I can do. It's just crazy.
The level.
But he's like most of the boulders in that film are like V10, V11, some V12s, a couple V14s. But yeah, it's like it blew my mind that like this is in a feature climbing film, like these
With
V10s.
knowledge.
That's
Like
it.
Black Mango Chutney, like Nolly doing Black Mango Chutney.
I didn't realize
Yes,
that was in
dude.
Pure.
Yeah,
Was that in Pure?
it's in Pure.
You're
Well,
on track.
that is
You're
also
on track
that's-
for burning.
That's V4.
7 more years.
Dude, Black Mango.
Black Mango Chutney is also V15, V14 anyway. So.
I'm scared to try it. I think it's gonna.
But like No
I think
Late,
you'll
No
be
Late
fine.
Benders is in there. Like Cody Roth doing the FA of No Late Benders is in there. There's a bunch of V10s in there. Yeah.
We watched
Abdul.
Core right before hiking out to Live and Large.
Mm.
We like watched it and then we're like, we're going to Live and Large.
Sick.
It was pretty sick.
Did it surprise you in any way? Did it look different in person?
It was actually taller than I thought it was.
Wow.
I was quite surprised.
It's crazy how big it looks in person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like it was actually more slabby too than I thought.
Mhm.
It was nice. Like all the holds were ticked. Ryuichi was there
Oh,
actually.
he was
Whoa.
literally there.
Whoa.
Which was cool. He had just done it the
Oh,
day before or
whoa.
whatever.
Yeah.
What was he doing there?
He was supporting his friend on the slab, I
Yeah.
think.
Oh,
It was pretty
okay.
cool.
Yeah, I mean, he was quiet. I'm
Okay.
assuming,
I made
yeah.
him laugh. I made Ryuichi
we
laugh.
tried
That was
hard to
awesome.
make him laugh. Yeah,
I won. I was
You
good.
definitely won.
What did you say?
I was like looking at that AP plus to the right, and I was like, yeah, I think this is AP plus, and Troy was like, what's it called? And I was like, oh, I don't know. And Ryuichi said, getting by, and I was like, aha! And Ryuichi just started laughing.
I think he was laughing at you.
I probably
exactly.
that still counts. I
Nice.
count that.
Well done.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
You got a rise out of him.
Yeah. Thank you.
What have been the highlights of the trip?
I think for me, probably a mandala, I'd say, or Air Star. Those two, just because like I screamed my way up them unexpectedly, kind of.
Sick.
But it was pretty. Those
It's
are
always
like my
such a
magic
cool
moments.
feeling.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's Austin's first trip, so it's been really fun watching him just kind of romp around and crush. Yesterday was probably my highlight, just romping around in my underwear on dynos, doing industry cool eventually. That was fun.
That was
Sick.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
You've had a good trip, seems like.
I've had fun. Yeah, I've had fun.
A lot
Do
of
you,
hunting.
do you think he'll come back next year?
I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see with life, but yeah.
Nice. You're psyched.
I'm psyched.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm gonna come to Rocklands every year.
That's what I thought last year too.
Yeah.
And here I am again. So
Yeah. You're on track.
Troy?
Nico, come back.
Yeah, it's been fun. Like I came here 5 years ago, and it's been a little bit of like a redemption trip. Like did a lot of the classic moderates last trip, and now I've been focusing on some harder stuff. And the Vice was huge for me. Like that one, I just love that style of climbing. And that was-
I want to go try that so
felt good
bad.
to get that one done.
That's
And
amazing.
honestly, just like trying hard with friends is really cool. Like the Black Shadow sesh was so fun.
That was so fun,
It
dude.
was
Did you go
really-
back and finish it?
Nope.
Did you see that? Were you there for that?
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, that was sick. When you fell off the end.
Yeah, that's a highlight. That was a highlight
Nice.
burn.
Nice.
That was
That was
a
very,
crazy
very
burn.
cool to watch.
That
Yeah.
was kind of like murder face right there.
Murder face.
Beast mode, murder
Beast mode.
face. Yeah.
Feet flew. Yeah, improv beta. Feet flew off. You were down climbing at one point.
Are all of your guys' sessions fun?
Well, not my last few, but
No, we try to
we
have
have
fun.
fun.
We
We
have
tried the
fun.
Baboon Masters. That was fun. We tried Monkey Wedding Left. That was fun.
Monkey Wedding Left?
Yeah, it's
Is that a thing?
our totally our vision
Okay.
for sure.
Yeah.
But you just like keep traversing left.
Mm.
Pretty. We need Dave Graham because there's some cool knee bars on it.
Mm.
But I think he has you're good at it. You're like forced.
I
to
think
fun.
yeah, like part of the projecting process like can be kind of painful and not that fun. So like it's good to like find a way to have fun,
Mm-hmm.
like either on the boulder just trying weird things,
Mhm,
or next to the boulder trying some random moderate or whatever. Like if you just try and find some fun in your days, that helps. That goes a long way on the when you're projecting, and then when you're not projecting, you should be
Then
having
yeah,
fun.
Yesterday
Yeah.
was probably like one of the most fun days I've had.
What, just hiking out to.
Just
Was that when you?
no,
hiked
that
out
was
to
we
that?
we were
climbed an
just
8-day
dynoing.
range.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
just like
Dino
dyno
day.
Yeah, it was just a lot of yelling.
A lot of yelling when you sent.
Yeah.
It just like the
It's a rowdy crew.
the
Yeah.
audio was insane. Just I was like, how many people are there? This is crazy.
You should have heard me
Ethan
when
said
I
it's
was
just
not
Troy.
saying.
It's mostly just Troy.
Yeah.
It was mostly Troy, but everyone was psyched because he was so close so many times
Yeah.
before he stuck the move.
Almost
That's
stopped
such
the
a
slope.
crazy boulder.
Yeah,
Do you want
Nick
to talk
and
about that
Matthias.
boulder?
Sure.
Yeah, Ethan loves this boulder.
Ethan's second most epic project of his life. boulder
I think I've
project.
put more days. The number of days that I've put into industry is the second most days I've put into any boulder.
How many
project.
days
Wait,
do you
what's
think it is?
first?
Though?
I think it's 10 now, probably.
That's not that many days.
yeah, I know.
For one
Well,
move though, I can.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
one
That's
move, that's
fair.
a-
I've definitely
a lot.
tried that move more than I've tried any
And
other move
yeah,
in my
that's
life.
fair.
Yeah,
What's number one?
the nest.
Nest.
Okay.
Yeah.
50
The nest was
days.
like 50 or something.
50.
That must
Yeah.
have felt good.
Okay, that's a lot.
I did spend like 40 something of those days trying it with beta that I didn't use. But
That's a lot of hiking. Shit.
Interesting.
That's a lot.
That's so wow.
Yeah.
How many miles do you think you hike?
well over 300. Or wait, no, let's see. It's like 6 miles there and back. Yeah, it's like over 300. I think it's
That's
like
awesome.
3.5
Holy
miles
shit.
there and 3.5 miles back, and I did the hike 50 times. So
What about on sport climbing projects?
Wow.
Jumbo was like 40 or something days,
Wow,
I think.
cool.
Yeah. And then I've had a couple of like Lorena Moore. I've had a couple other like trips that were like between like 5 weeks and 2 months where I projected the whole like one climb almost the entire time. Like I think when I went to try El Bon Combat with Felipe, like I didn't climb any other rocks. Like I didn't try anything else except the one other warm up that I did at the crag for like 6 or 7 weeks straight or
Yeah.
whatever. So I don't know exactly how many days that was, but it was a grip of days.
Yeah.
How do you deal
Were
with
you
that?
having fun?
Yeah, were you having fun?
Felipe is like pretty fun.
Okay.
Yeah, Felipe is
That's
like
good.
it's hard to not have fun with that guy.
That's good. You
Like if I could see that trip have like could have been like a lot more like depressing with someone else, but Felipe is super fun to be around. I've had other trips to Spain with other people that were less fun for other reasons, but I also like I epicked on La Rambla and didn't do it. Also, it was like kind of the same time frame too. I was super close on La Rambla, not ever super close on El Bon Combat, but yeah, I think those are like my longest.
Cool.
Yeah.
Do those still feel like unfinished business?
I would love to go back and do La Rambla someday. I know I could do that one for sure. I think I could definitely do. It's funny. I would the crux of El Bon was like the only part of the route that I really didn't like. It, just the way that I was doing the move like didn't suit my body at all, and it felt really weird and forced and stuff. And like periodically throughout the trip, I would like stop and try to find better beta on that move, and I would spend like 10 or 15 minutes like trying different methods, and like nothing ever felt easier than what I was doing. And then finally at the very end of the trip, like a week before I left, I found beta that felt way better and it was way more consistent. But by that point I was like so tired and just kind of like over it, and it was like a bit warmer and stuff. So I just didn't do it. But it took so long to find like the beta that worked for me. So long.
Why didn't you like schedule another trip and go back shortly after that? You just burnt out on it?
I think I would need like another committed partner. Maddie expressed interest, so maybe I could.
Oh, it's kind of like off by its own, and
It's I mean, it's at a small crag without many other routes.
gotcha.
Yeah, and you wouldn't really. It's not the type of place where you could just like go and hope to find other people to climb with. Like
Gotcha.
half the days we were there, or more than half, like no one else would even show up to the crag. So yeah.
Do you guys have sport climbing aspirations?
Yeah, I do. I definitely do. Sorry.
What are they? Go for it.
Oh, well, I mean, not like, it's like kind of barely sport climbing, but it's in Rumney. There's like this.
Jaws or something?
Yeah, Jaws. That's still like my like dream sport route. I think it just like looks like
Makes
the
sense.
perfect boulder.
I'd like to do that one.
Yeah,
someday.
it looks amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, he spent a lot of time rope climbing, so
Not a lot.
you
Not a
spent
lot.
99% of my
compared
whole
to
climbing
me.
career
Sorry.
has been bouldering.
Sorry.
Yeah.
And I think I was like 7 years into climbing before I was even lead certified in the gym. Yeah. And then
I meant for that 1 year
Yeah.
you spent a lot.
and then last year I sport climbed quite a bit.
Nice.
Okay.
And Rumney is amazing.
Did you mostly climb at Rumney?
Everything was at
Okay.
Rumney.
Rumney's kind of like the only good. Well, there's like Arcadia and stuff in Maine, but like that's kind of accessible for most of like the New England climbers. It's just Rumney.
I mean, it's an exceptional area.
Yeah.
The rock
I really want to go there.
What did you climb on?
Basically, I climbed there like 17 weekends in a row. I was
Nice.
trying to do like all the 512 classics. And
Nice.
just like, it was so fun getting pumped out on 512s all summer. And
You were climbing there
just-
in the summer.
oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you do Rocket Man? Or did
No,
you try
didn't
it?
try that one.
Okay.
Which one's that?
No. The
It's
hardest,
like 13D with like a little
Yeah.
all points off dyno.
Oh,
on it.
yeah.
Yeah.
the hardest one I did was this little like boulder, like 3-bolt problem called Dr. No.
Is that the one that Max?
No.
No.
I
Okay.
did try that one.
No.
Okay.
And I
That's
cannot
good shout
believe
out
he
there.
tried to free solo.
Good shout out.
Yeah.
That's Supernova.
Supernova. I've tried that one. It's fucking hard.
That's like another one that I want to try.
Yeah.
It looks so sick.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Little Gaston.
Really quite difficult moves.
Yeah, I can't believe he tried to
Yeah.
free solo that.
Yeah.
Because I guess he thought he could fall and be fine.
I guess. I don't know.
What happened?
Apparently, he like never fell on that crux move.
Wow.
Like on the rope.
So this video of this, it's called Sick Period Climbing in New England. It's if you're a New Englander, it's a historic video.
Is that the one Phil's in?
I'll find it.
Phil's in it. Yeah,
Okay.
Phil does
It's
Chelsea.
like free online.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, Phil does Chelsea Smile like in 90-degree weather or something.
Bug spray everywhere.
What's Chelsea Smile?
Chelsea Smile is like a 13, 14 in Rhode Island. Like this.
Probably the hardest crimp line in the Northeast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just pure
Wow.
heinous crimp line.
Wow.
Put up by Thailand, man.
Okay.
But yeah, there's video of like Max Zolotukhin, like he climbs Supernova with the rope. It's a 14C, I think, and it has this like crazy shoulder Gaston move, and then he tops it out. The top out looks horrible. I guess he's just not good at top outs, I've learned. But
Max is here, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rocklands, yeah.
but then he's like thinking about free soloing it. There's like a clip of Vazia before he starts, and Vazia goes into like disappointed mom mode, and he's like, I'm just gonna throw it out, like I think this is a bad idea. And then it like cuts to Max free soloing, and then he like falls on the crux move and then like lands on rocks and breaks his leg.
Fuck.
I think he landed in between a rock, right? And like
Yeah.
snapped his ankle or something.
Oh my god.
It was disgusting.
You can
Hard to
it kind of
watch.
zooms in on his face
Yeah.
right after like he falls and breaks his leg, and he like I think he like maybe looks at his leg, and he like the look of shock and horror on his face is like registers immediately.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah, it's bad.
Watching that movie for the first time. That's
So no one's psyched to solo Supernova.
No.
not me. Not me. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Is it kind of like the fly? Is it longer than the fly?
And it's
It's way
so much worse.
way worse.
Mm.
It's like a tiered landing.
Yeah.
It's a lot longer. It's the
Bigger.
climb is longer.
Mm.
Yeah, it's probably at least as high off the ground.
The crux is higher too, and the top. Like, I mean, he didn't get to the top out, but the top out doesn't look easy.
Mm.
Wait, are there no pads below him?
I don't remember. I
He
think
has
there
pads.
are.
He
Right?
has pads. He
Okay.
just like goes
Misses
past
them.
them.
Just
Yeah.
doesn't hit them. Yeah.
Yikes.
It seemed like the crux just wasn't padded up.
But yeah, I think
don't
he
know.
accepted that he couldn't fall on the crux,
Hmm.
and he had that
Oof.
move pre-wired on
Mm.
rope.
Oof. Wow. Okay. Don't know if I want to watch that one. Maybe
Yeah.
not.
New
But
England.
But you kind of have to. Yeah,
Legends,
it's
though.
legendary.
You gotta force it.
It's legendary.
Is Dave in it at all? Or this he had
No,
already
this is
like
He had already left.
yeah.
This is, yeah.
Dave Wetmore was in it.
Dave Wetmore.
Dave Wetmore.
Wetmore, yes.
Dave Wetmore.
The other
Nice.
Dave.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
That's sick.
the only Dave that matters, right?
Wetty pants.
I think Phil does the book at the end of it though, right? Like without
Yeah, I
a knee bar
think-
pad or something.
No, he has a knee
Does he
bar
have-
pad. Yeah, yeah.
Well, I heard Dave did it without a knee bar pad. I heard
Without a knee bar.
I think-
I heard
Listen to
Dave
this
did
guy.
it
I think
without a knee
Dave
bar
did
pad.
Dave
it.
Wetmore?
Dave Graham. I say it.
Graham.
Oh well, Dave Wetmore. Yeah,
He's the only Dave.
he's the only
that
Dave
matters.
that matters. But it's like crazy.
You guys have done that one?
We have.
Yeah, also I have done it.
Nice.
Yeah. Troy could do
That's
it.
Brad.
That's at Bradley
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
Connecticut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Sadly closed at
Yeah.
the moment for climbing.
yeah, it closed like,
okay.
a few months ago.
Yeah.
Sucks. It was like the place in New England with the hard boulders, like in one spot.
It's like closed.
Closed for climbing. Like it's historically had pretty on and off bad relationships with climbing. A lot of the Northeast is like private land. Like everything is so developed. It's like lots of boulders in the woods that you're not technically supposed to be there. So it's like, yeah. A lot of it is like you just have to find parking that is good, and then, you know, be respectful and clean up after yourself when you go climbing, and stay in small groups and stuff. But yeah, Bradley just kind of blew up a bit too much, and then like the landowners I think changed a bit, like for the people that own the water company.
Yeah, it's on like a
just on
water
the land,
reservoir or something.
Gotcha.
But maybe in the future there might be some better news on that.
New England problem.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what happened to flashing lights too. The whole boulder got closed.
Oh,
Yeah.
the one with your FA.
Yeah,
Where
Damn.
in New York is that?
just like it's a state park called Harriman. It's just like 30 minutes out of the city, probably an hour. I don't know, but it's just on the road. like on the side of the road. I'm like right off the highway. And we all used to just park on like an on ramp, and like cops would come and we didn't have trouble. They were like, "Oh, you're climbing the boulder," but then I don't know, people just started swarming it, and one thing led to another, and it got closed. There were like signs up. Yeah, the New York community is kind of like there were signs up that said no climbing, and then the next day there weren't signs up that said no climbing anymore. Like it's kind of rough out there.
People like smash them down or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Do you think that the New England, like growing up in New England, you just have more fun bouldering?
I was thinking about this. There is like I
Is
feel
that a
like
Katie Lamb question?
Kate, I asked Katie because she's from New England, right?
Yeah.
Is she from Connecticut?
she's from
too?
Boston.
Yeah. So I asked her like if there was anything specific I should ask you guys, and she asked if if New Englanders just have more fun bouldering.
I think they do. Yeah.
It seems like it to me. Every
Yeah.
every session that I've joined you guys on has been like pretty rowdy and fun.
Yeah, I was thinking about this the other. I feel like the people I looked up to in New York, like this like Base for Your Face crew, like Paul Jung, Tim Keenan,
Andy Salo talked about
Andy
that.
Salo, John Capal, like they were goofy, weird, maybe offensive, funny guys. And then like Western Mass has like Jason Danforth, Pete Ward, like all these like also funny like
Characters.
Yeah, so I think I don't know, it's something about New England, but we tend to have fun. we tend to be a rowdy, funny crew.
It feels rowdy. I don't know. It's like, does that feel like the stereotypical Northeast thing though? Because I always think of like serious. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like the West Coast is so chill and laid back and like surf vibes, and the East Coast is supposed to be like really forward and direct and But maybe you guys just
Maybe it's just
It
like
might just be
just
just
less
a few of
inhibited.
us, yeah.
yeah, it's just your crew.
Yeah.
you guys have like psyched young energy.
It could be, but I don't know.
Talking to Oren, like I was texting some of the British people who are here, and I was telling them about our session at industry, and I was like, "Yeah, we just had a super loud American session on it yesterday." And he was like, "Yeah,
good
sounds
way
about
of
right."
describing
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Loud American sessions.
Have you guys like learned anything on this trip or been thinking about anything on this trip as far as has it changed your goals in climbing or made you think differently about your climbing in any way? Identified any weaknesses or anything?
Got anything?
I'm always inspired to like go home after a trip and like train and just be better too.
Are you going to be thinking about a specific climb when
I
you're
mean,
training?
Yes. I mean, I have one climb in mind at Pawtucket that's been eluding me for a long time called Shallow Storm. Just really like crimpy board style climb that I had like 10 sessions on. So that's one thing, but it's my local crag, so I don't overthink it at all. But I'd really like to go to Arkansas this winter and do Lost in the Hood.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's the one movie for that's like huge stuff.
Yeah.
Pocket. That looks super sick.
Yeah.
He won't.
Have you
He won't
guys-
flex, but he only tried it 3 times, like 2 years ago, and he was getting his hand on the hold.
Wow.
Have you- have
you done it or?
I've never been to Arkansas. He's
Yeah, me either.
He's trying to get us to go,
Yeah.
but I'm psyched on Bishop.
Mm.
But I could be convinced.
Are they the same season?
Kinda, yeah. I'd say so, like February. And also, like, I'm like going into college this year, so I don't have much time. Like, this is my last trip. I go home, have a week, and then I start college.
Where are you going?
Just up in the Gunks, actually, SUNY New Paltz. So
Okay.
I'll be climbing still.
All right.
Psyched on.
Sticking with the
You
Northeast.
didn't want to go out west, huh?
Nah.
He's a pebble
I'm a
puller.
pebble puller. I'm a
Pebbles!
There's a lot of
Loves the
pebbles
gunks.
in the West, but
No,
That's-
not
that's
compared to the
sick.
gunks. Yeah, not compared to the gunks. You got nothing
hey.
on
Keep them psyched.
How come New Englanders stay in New England?
They don't. They don't really.
Price is still there.
what
Prices,
what
but,
don't
like,
we know?
Dave
What don't the
Grant-
rest of us know?
I think New England's a great place to be like a local though. Like the climbing is amazing, but like you kind of it's hard to take a trip out there.
Yeah,
Without,
that's
like,
why I
a
never
local
have.
tour.
others.
Jimmy Webb did
Yeah,
one
that's
trip
scary.
and he never has to come back.
Yeah.
He did everything. Well, now he has to come back, but
But like, yeah, the weather can be tough, but like you can still climb like most seasons. Like summers, you're inside, but you can still go outside, whatever, battle bugs and stuff. But the climbing is amazing, and like it's special out there. Like for me, like I think about these projects that I looked up to when I was growing up and stuff, and like it's special to climb those or to contribute to that area or something, just because it's like a bit closer to home and means a bit more to me.
Yeah, I think part of it is just like so many legends were like brought up in the Northeast and like didn't really like stay to like develop it too much. So now it kind of feels cool to like do the boulders they did do and then try to push past it. I think is a really cool feeling too.
Is there still a lot of potential?
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
I mean, even just in the gunks is like you can just hike for like an hour past everything that's developed, and there's like a lot of rock. We were joking, Bryce was joking, and he was saying that something went wrong like millions of years ago, and for some reason we ended up with the gunks instead of Rocklands, but they're so similar.
They are kind of similar. There's lots of pebbles. You can see pebbles here in Rocklands. Lots of horizontal slots. That weird kind of conglomerate like
We're
rock.
so close.
Yeah, something
so
went
similar
wrong.
to Rocklands.
Yeah.
We could have had Rocklands in New York.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
But yeah, it just feels special for sure.
yeah. Lots of potential in the Northeast though, for sure. Western Mass has seems like unlimited boulders. Connecticut has tons. Like Northwest Connecticut has like incredible quality rock. Like I haven't been to Switzerland, but seems like Switzerland quality without the polish. So yeah, lots to be done.
Wow.
Are you working in Connecticut? Are you in Boston or?
No, I'm in Connecticut. Yeah, I'm working near New Haven at a rock spot gym.
Okay.
Setting and stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Which has been great.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we will be right back. This episode is brought to you by wonderful Pistachios. You guys know that I mostly eat whole foods when it comes to my nutrition, and I'm always looking for good crag snacks to bring to the boulders or to the cliff. Something with some substance to keep me fueled for hours and hours of climbing. Pistachios are known for their protein power, fiber, and better for you unsaturated fats for a combination that may help keep you feeling fuller longer than other snacks. And they're super convenient and so tasty. Their no-shell flavors include the classic roasted and salted. That's my favorite. Super basic, I know. Salt and pepper, honey roasted, chili roasted, and smoky barbecue. They are all so good. You literally can't go wrong. Wonderful Pistachios come in a variety of sizes, perfect for enjoying by yourself or with family or friends, or taking them with you on your climbing adventures. So whether you're hitting the gym after work or heading out on a weekend adventure, fuel up with a healthy and tasty snack. Check out wonderfulpistachios.com to learn more about how these little green wonders can power up your day. Again, that's wonderfulpistachios.com to learn more. This episode is brought to you by Talkie. I love these things. I never thought I'd go back to using radios in the year 2023, but these things are awesome. Here's the deal. We all have phones, but sometimes phones aren't very helpful. Let's say you're climbing a multi-pitch, or you're backcountry skiing, or sitting on a chairlift and you don't want to drop your phone in the snow, or you're mountain biking and it's a pain to stop and get your phone out, or you just don't have service. Phones are not always the best option. The best way to communicate in the backcountry is with Talkies. I've actually been using these for bouldering. I often record interviews in the morning and I go climbing in the afternoon, and I want to meet up with my friends, and the Talkies have been awesome when I don't have cell reception. The max range on these things is 25 miles, and they typically work up to 1 to 5 miles in the mountains and backcountry terrain. I haven't tested the range on these things, but so far they've always worked with zero issues, even in rocky areas like Hueco. I've never had a problem. So check them out. Get 10% off your first pair of Talkies by going to rockytalkie.com/nugget. That's rockytalkie.com/nugget for 10% off your first order of backcountry radios. And now back to the show. What are you doing, Troy?
Actually, I've been detailing cars for 9 years.
Wow.
Yeah. So clean them up, vac them out, wax them up. Doesn't sound like much, but I like what I do. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty rewarding to get the before and after on some of them, and I do boats, RVs, everything.
Do you work for like a family friend's business, or is it just like
Exactly,
okay.
yeah. One of my dad's friends
Okay.
got me into that when I was 19.
Okay.
Does it work well with climbing?
Actually, you know what's funny is like sometimes when you're like buffing a car, I get like arm pump. I actually think it could
Wax on,
help.
wax off?
Yeah, I actually think it could have helped for climbing. Yeah,
Could have. What do you mean?
it probably did help for my climbing.
Yeah.
yeah. But because I don't know, like I got pretty good at climbing, like kind of quick.
Mhm.
Everyone's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Detailing cars." And yeah, it was like quoting the Karate Kid, wax on, wax off.
Nice. Nice.
I love cleaning, so I can relate.
Does it-
I love like cleaning and a nice clean car or house or whatever. It is satisfying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Does it feel like manual labor aside from the buffing? Because I know quite a few people that just do manual labor and hangboard, and they're like, it's a decent combo.
Huh.
Yeah.
They're pretty strong. That's like the Will Stanhope way.
Oh, right on.
Just like did tree work and like hangboard all summer, and then climbed that like thing in the bugaboos.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that seems like the way. The tree work thing seems to be working.
That's what
for
Chris
people.
Marley does. He does
Hmm.
tree work and then just climbs on rock and.
I was told it's like climbing 5'11" all day.
That's what he told us. That's literally what he told us. Yeah.
The tree work seems like it works.
That's
Chris
funny.
Marley where does he live? Is he
West Virginia. Me and my friends took a trip to West Virginia and we hung out with him and we he brought us to his where he's living and everything. So he just off the grid. He's making a house. He made a pond. It's crazy.
Wow.
He's very cool. It was very fun to hang out with him.
He's from PA, I think.
From PA, yeah.
Mm.
But he's one of the strongest people I've ever seen.
Wow.
Insane.
cool?
What about you? Any realizations from this trip?
I think climbing, I was talking to my dad about this, but climbing with Bryce and Troy has really taught me how to deal with projecting and stuff more and how to have more fun. And I think it's just kind of matured me in a way because I feel like I definitely used to rage a lot and get mad and then take myself out of it. But when we were in Bishop, I was with Troy trying this V12 and falling at the end, and I was starting to rage, and he was gonna have to cancel your Rocklands tickets if you're gonna act like this. And I was like,
Nice.
shit, I can't be doing that.
Mm.
So I've tried to mellow out and I just have more fun, and it definitely feels better.
Nice.
Yeah.
How's it playing out in your climbing, do you think?
I think it's pretty good. This is my best trip of all time for sure.
Sick.
And I a bunch of people have asked me if I wanted to extend my trip for monkey wedding, this and that, and I was like, I want to do that boulder, but I've done every single boulder I had on my list except that one. That's a pretty good trip to me.
That's amazing.
So, yeah, I think
Yeah,
it's
that's
working
rad.
well.
Not many people
What was
can-
on the list? You've already said some of them, but
So yeah, monkey wedding was my number one because I thought it's pretty cool, legendary Fred boulder, and then Amandala was number 2, then Airstar was number 3. Those were the top 3, and then everything below that, Power of One was on it, the Vice was on it. What else? I had a bunch of dynos Flying Guitar Thief, Black Velvet, but just all the super classic 10s to 13s I was really psyched on, and then I added a few new ones too, Quintessential and the guest list.
nice.
Fun.
Sick.
But
It's a good trip, dude.
yeah,
It's a really good trip.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
my life, my hopeful life
my
tick
God.
list
Hell yeah,
in
I
one
believe-
trip.
it was crazy.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's hilarious, yeah. It's just oh, sweet. Okay, you did this in one sesh. Maybe I can do it in 3. And then he's already done 5 E13 before you did that one boulder. You know?
To be fair, the Vice was still probably the hardest 13 I've done in Rocklands, and
Mm.
I think a lot of people disagree with me on that, but I know you agree.
Yeah, the Vice was really hard for me.
The style thing, you think?
Yeah, for sure.
Hmm.
He was. He was messing around with me on that one because it almost went to day 3 for me, and I dropped everything, took an hour hike, came back, and then finally did it. But he was poking fun of me the whole day. He was like, "Don't make me go to day 3."
Man, yeah, I've been really surprised at how different the styles are here. You can really find anything
Yeah.
you want, and you can this is not a place that like suits one type of person. It's like you can exclusively dyno or exclusively do crimp problems or exclusively do roof problems or squeezers, or like you can find whatever you're looking for if you're willing to walk a lot.
I was surprised by how techie it was here.
Yeah.
Which I guess I shouldn't be because like Dave Graham and them. But I don't know, like everything felt like every climb has a heel hook on it, it feels like.
Lots of heel hooks,
Yeah.
and toe hooks. Which I can't do the toe
None
hooks.
of us can do the toe hook. Yeah.
I can't do heel hooks, but I can do
Yeah.
We
Need some drones.
we saw your toe hook
apparently.
on Black Eagle. Wait, you toe hooked Black Eagle, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was probably why I could do that boulder.
Can't even pull onto the wall with the toe hook, any of us.
I think the drones help a lot for that.
Yeah, you say that, but
I think if I have a specialty in bouldering, it's probably toe hooking.
I think so.
That's
I
cool.
mean,
I
Yeah.
see you hanging by your feet enough.
Yeah, is,
I
is
have-
all the bat
probably
hanging?
it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure the bat hanging doesn't hurt. I think I have decently strong shin muscles, but yeah.
That'd be interesting to like
Do you
do
think you
a
could do
training
a-
block for your shin.
A
your shin
one-legged
muscle.
A one
hang.
leg pull up.
What?
Ooh.
I watched Liam did that on the
On
Pendragon finish jug.
Jesus.
There's a
Whoa.
video.
A one leg.
That one's
leg-
kind
one
of like
leg
a
up.
heel toe, right?
Yeah.
That's like
Yeah.
you can use your whole
That's-
leg
yeah.
with that. I think isolating the shin muscle seems like
Yeah, it'd be
I
hard
did.
to.
I think I saw a video of this kid, basically doing like the monkey bars with his feet.
Oh,
Whoa.
I saw a video
That's
a
a
few
good
days
idea.
ago of some kid doing like a dyno with his toe hook.
Yes.
Like a bat hang dyno
yeah,
on a
the
bar.
bat hang dyno, yeah. I
That's-
think he's like a gymnastics parkour kid or
Yeah.
something.
Whoa.
Insane.
Yeah, he's wearing climbing shoes in the video, but I
Yeah.
don't think he actually climbs. I saw it.
I think you've got it.
I don't know. That kid is next level like shin strength, but it's definitely something to aspire to.
More shin training.
Yeah.
I think that's like a skill set I could lean into more.
Mm.
I think that suits the way I climb, like finding like toe hooks and tricks and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
My friend Isaiah said he just lifted a kettlebell with his foot,
Hmm.
Well,
and then he's a pretty good toe hooker. So
nice.
There you go. What else should we talk about? This is the least prepared I've ever been for an interview. I just figured it's fireside chat. There's 5 of us. We'll just sit down and see what happens.
How long have you guys been climbing?
I'll go first.
Yeah.
I'm 10 years in right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Started in 2013,
Mm-hmm.
like almost out of high school.
And you're like 28?
Yep. We're like the same. That's crazy.
And you were climbing V9 in the gym like after 2 years or a year and a half or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's a very fast progression.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Do you think your like background in like BMX
Car
and
waxing helped.
No, because I hadn't started
okay.
yet. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
I BMX'd all through high school.
I think that helps. Man.
Yeah.
I think it gets
And
your legs.
Mentally,
Strong.
maybe. but
probably
guess
some
I
hand
think
strength,
mentally,
too.
and then
Dude,
you're
forearms,
just unlimited
legs.
psych.
There you go.
That's
The
true.
psych is
The
high.
psych.
The psych was always high.
also
yeah.
seems like BMX requires a lot of like psychological commitment.
Yeah.
You know, to like
Mhm.
hugging backflips and stuff. Like,
Exactly.
yeah, you have to be like prepared to just like go 100.
Yeah. Well, it's commitment, you know?
Yeah,
Like you
yeah.
can't like
Can't half-ass it.
50% a backflip attempt.
Yeah, that is a big component to
Yeah.
the secret sauce of climbing. What about you, Austin? 10 years?
About the same, I think. I didn't know that. But yeah, I think
Okay.
so. I honestly I might have started a year before you.
Right on.
But yeah, something about the same. And I definitely don't think I climbed V9 my first year. But I think I climbed like V6. So that was fun.
Mm.
But I weirdly enough have a background in BMX racing.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't do freestyle like him.
Okay.
But
funny.
I did do BMX racing.
What?
Yeah.
Your dad never mentioned that. What? How bad were you?
Dude, I won my first race. I won my first race because the girl in first, it was the guys and girls mixed together. And the girl in first fell and broke her arm, and I won.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
Yeah.
Dude, congrats.
Thank you.
Fist bump to that.
But yeah, I think I tried like
Damn.
every sport before that. And then I settled on BMX, and then I found climbing.
Mm.
But yeah, it's been a fun ride so far.
Hell yeah.
Actually, our dads used to like
Yeah,
race
oh my
motocross.
Yeah, like
Whoa.
his dad.
Against each other?
Well, not
Or
quite.
separately.
According to my dad, my
Whoa.
dad looked up to you. His dad was like the fastest.
Mm.
And my dad was still a kid and was like in like local his dad was like a local legend.
Mm.
And then yeah.
You guys grew up in the same town
No. My dad grew up in New Hampshire, so they did. But I
Okay.
grew up
in New York?
in New York. Yeah, I was kind of everywhere, but New York's where I grew up.
Okay.
But that's funny. Yeah, we didn't know our dads. Like, what was it? Like we were at a competition, and both of our dads were there, and my dad was like, "That's Leo! Oh my God, he's a legend!" And he
Wow.
was like, he was psyched.
Wow, that's so funny.
Yeah.
His dad
What
knew
a
my
weird
dad.
small
Yeah.
world.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
about
I've
you
been
guys?
climbing. I think 16 years.
Mm.
Just started at a birthday party or something like that, and joined the team or whatever, and it's just been steady
So you were like
progress since like
13, 14, something like
yeah.
that.
I think I was 12 when I started.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
And you guys all did or at least you two. You do. You do comps too, Troy? Or
I didn't do it. My first comp, I was 21.
okay,
Yeah.
I think I grew up in comps.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I did a lot of comps too.
yeah.
There is a weird there's a lot of competitions in the Northeast.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
every gym chain will do or at least it used to be like this. They'll do like an annual comp
Mhm.
at least.
Well, basically,
Um,
in the season, every weekend there's a comp. Like during I don't remember when's the comp season. Do you remember?
It's like fall.
Yeah,
probably.
it's frustratingly
Yeah.
like during
During-
kind of
yeah.
climbing season
Yeah,
as
true.
well.
But
Yeah.
every weekend there's a comp for like $1,000 for first place.
Wow, crazy.
Yeah.
Still,
Yeah, still. Yeah.
Yeah.
do you guys still compete?
Yeah, I do.
yeah.
He's back in it.
I've
He's back in it.
dipped my toes back in
No,
a little
Nice.
bit.
back
Let's
in it.
go, dude.
He's back in it.
Yeah.
Holding it down for the old
Hey, you've
guard.
burned me off a few times, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's true.
Nice.
It's fun. Well, it's funny. Still, like I did a few comps last year, and like now all the kids are doing so well at like 16, 17 years old,
Mm.
and I'm 28, and I don't know. It's just funny, like going against kids almost half your age.
Yeah.
It's
And-
crazy.
Dude, they're just pushing the limits. And the last comp I did, it was just all fun. Like I did the comp drunk, like just for the experience.
The level is insane. I kind of stopped. I spent like 2 years not climbing through COVID and stuff.
Mhm.
And when I came back to comps, like I expected the level to be up, but the slab level
my God.
is like jumped.
Yeah.
It's
And he's
leapfrogged
good
a
at
lot.
slab too.
I used to be like just naturally good at the slab. Now I'm quite bad
Well,
for the comp
Compared,
level.
I guess. You're better than me. That's
It is astounding how hard the comp slabs are. I went to like the Boulder Project in Salt Lake. Dude,
I couldn't do
There's,
a pink
like-
slab there.
yeah, there's some really hard pinks, and then is it white that's
White-
like the
yeah.
dude, the white slabs are all like V12.
Yeah.
And there's like 10 of them. You're just like I can't imagine like one of these would take me like several sessions to do, let alone like
I spent a full session on one of the white slabs there, and when I topped it, it was like one of the best feelings I've had in climbing. It was so rewarding.
Oh my God.
It was awesome.
and I assume people are just like going in and doing
Oh,
those.
for sure. There was one
Yes,
comp
yeah.
where I was the youngest in finals. It was insane.
Whoa.
In New York, I was the youngest. It was like
Yeah, that
me
was
and all his
weird.
friends, and I was the youngest.
Whoa.
The oldest.
Oldest.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
Okay,
Whoa.
that makes more
okay.
sense.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I was the oldest.
That
in
makes
finals.
more sense.
Yeah.
I was the oldest in finals at 19.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was insane.
Who are these kids?
We'll find out in a couple
Everybody
of
on
years.
each
when
Yeah.
this
method.
flashing monkey wedding.
Yeah, you'll see him here. Yeah, there's a nice crew of them.
Yeah, so Noah
There's-
and Ben.
Yeah, there's the Wheeler boys, Ben and Noah, Adam Shahar. Who
These
grew
are
up-
all. Are they from Philly or is Adam?
the Wheelers are from Philly.
Okay.
Adam and I grew up on the same team. Like
Yeah.
we grew up together
In New York.
Yeah,
Okay.
Where he's Jersey, I'm New York, but
Okay.
same gym.
Okay.
But yeah, we grew up on the same team. The Wheelers are PA,
Okay.
and we all just met climbing
yeah.
at comps. But they're crazy. They're so like naturally strong, all of them.
I mean, yourself included. Yeah, it's
Thank
yeah, the freak show, lads. Yeah,
And then there's like I guess the kids that are Ben's age.
Hmm
There's like a whole crop of them.
yeah.
too,
Somehow
huh?
they're not like winning
Yeah,
when they do youth comps and
They're
stuff.
not win- but there's, like-
or they are.
there's
but,
this
like,
kid
it's close.
in New England, Ben Kim, who did Chelsea Smiles. Like, when was it? He did like a few months ago.
Yeah, the worst form I've ever
Oh my
seen
God.
on a climb that you would think would dictate like complete perfection
Mhm.
because the holds are just bad and like you need such attention and he's just
He helicoptered his
cutting
on every
feet,
move.
back three, open hand.
Jesus.
It's-
Wow.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
wearing roller skates, but he's doing the boulder.
Wow.
It's impressive. Yeah, it's sick. And he's a sight kid, so I'm sure he'll
Okay.
he'll
It's a
be great
4-move
climber.
boulder.
Yeah.
And most of these sets, no one has cut feet on any of the moves.
Right.
And he
okay.
cut feet on every single move.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like,
How hard is this boulder?
V13 plus plus.
Okay.
A big plus plus.
Wow.
Big plus plus. But I feel like the level of the kids in the Northeast is pretty like everyone who's good is like really good.
Mm-hmm. What was the last comp you guys did?
Together or like just in
I don't
general?
know, just in general.
The last one I did was the Green Points kind of farewell comp. It's this,
The GP one.
yeah, incredible community gym like in New York,
yeah.
in Greenpoint. Best gym ever.
Oh, 100%.
And they're
Is that the one that Keenan was at?
Yep, Keenan went to that.
Yeah.
He did all right.
Yeah. He got third or something.
He got third. Yeah, I got him on that one.
Nice, dude. That's sick. That's so sick.
But we lost to Adam.
Adam did.
Couldn't quite
You were close.
beat the lad.
You were
Yeah.
really close. You were really close. I didn't make finals in that one.
Okay.
I was
Wait,
on
so
a-
Adam got second?
Adam won.
Adam won. Okay.
Yeah, I got
at,
second.
at the Greenpoint gym.
At the Greenpoint
okay.
gym, yeah.
Okay.
But
Damn.
it was insane. It was stacked comp.
Yeah.
And what about you? What was the last comp you did? Or
Well,
the
I
last,
did
like,
this
big
one
comp?
in Virginia called. Do you remember what it's called?
The Dominion River Rock, right?
No, not that. It was like on a beach. I don't know. It was like a cool comp on a beach, but it was pretty stacked. I forgot what it was called.
Is it the Jackalope? or
Jackalope
something?
Fest.
Okay.
I did Jackalope Fest, but like right before Jackalope Fest, I was on a really bad comp run. Like I hadn't made finals in like 7 comps, which is like, I guess I can't say really bad because it's hard to make finals. But I don't know. In like the Northeast, a lot of the times I feel like there's like a group of like 6 people who would show up to a comp. You're like, these are the people who are going to make finals today. But then all of a sudden it wasn't like that anymore. And there's like 10 people who can make finals now. So I was just like out of finals. And that comp in Virginia, I finally made finals again, which was fun. But I've been taking a little break since that mentally.
Yeah, the comps are a grind.
Yeah, it's fun. They're fun, but
Yeah.
it was hard.
Do you have any World Cup aspirations? Or
I would love to do a World Cup. So I've never
Did you do the team trials this year?
Not this year. I was about to say I've never committed to that. But a few years ago, I competed at Open Nationals, like without really much training, and I got like 12th. And I like was a match of a hold away from making finals.
Okay.
So I think I'm gonna commit to like maybe this year, maybe next year, like a full comp season because it definitely it's cool to try. Yeah.
Yeah, do it while you're young, I guess.
Yeah. I mean,
It's crazy how short the shelf life of, especially like the highest level competitions, like competitors are.
Yeah.
It's like
Seems
getting
like
shorter
it's-
and shorter all the
yeah,
time.
it's-
You're like, wait, where was this person? They were just
crazy.
winning like a year or two ago, and they're like
You
retired
see,
now.
Yeah, they're incredible, and you're like, oh, this person will be the next like figurehead of this comp scene, and then 2 years later, it's like, oh, wait, there's another one.
Yeah,
but then there's Tomoa who's
he's still.
Yeah, I mean, there are the
holding it
figureheads.
down.
Yeah,
Yeah, but then it's like John Wan Chong. Like
Yeah.
he was winning so much
Yeah,
years
every
ago,
comp.
and you're like, I don't see him that much anymore.
Yeah.
But it's like he can't be that old.
Yeah.
It's like mid-20s or something.
Ancient.
Well, for the World
For
Cups, I
comp.
guess. Yeah.
It's like becoming more like gymnastics, it seems like.
Yeah.
With the younger
Yeah, you need a
ages,
really young, really robust body for the shit they make you do. The last comp that I did was the one in Fort Collins when I saw you.
Oh, really?
We were both in
The
finals
National
together.
Cup?
Yeah.
That's
Oh my god,
sick.
yeah.
Yeah.
that was a
He was the
was
hometown
hard.
hero.
That was hard to
hometown
make
hero
it.
at that one.
to finals.
Because
that
you were
one.
living in Fort Collins.
No, I was just
For the Northeast.
Okay.
For-
Oh
for-
yeah.
we were
yeah,
like-
yeah. Were you watching that live?
Yeah, all of us. We were like,
Nice.
Bryce made finals.
Everyone
Yeah.
in New England.
Yeah, Bryce did really well. Bryce flashed the first boulder. And then
well, I
think you-
did not do well in finals, but I
No, I mean, but
I
you.
was psyched to make it there.
Yeah. You did pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I got
I was psyched to
last
make it
place in finals.
Oh, were you last?
I think so.
I think I was second to last. That was a trip though, because Clay. What's Clay's last?
Yeah, Clay
name?
Gordon.
Clay Gordon. I think Clay Gordon was actually half my age,
Yeah, probably.
and we were both in finals together.
That's
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah, I think he might have got.
I
one
had a
spot
lot of
ahead
fun
us.
egging Clay and Zach on in ISO, trying to tire them out a bit, but it didn't work.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Yeah.
Doesn't work with Adam either. They're just too strong.
Yeah, that's usually my ISO strategy for the young ones. You
Tire 'em
point at holds and tell them to one arm and that.
But you can't one arm
Yeah.
from that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They usually
Brilliant. Sneaky.
Yeah, the problem is they usually can, then I feel bad.
It's like it could go either way, that
Yeah.
strategy.
can. It'd work with me.
Yeah, it would work with you. You're a basket case.
Why can't I one artist?
What is what is the most epic thing you guys can imagine doing here? And then what's the ultimate boulder goal period? So first Rocklands and then like overall. Do you think
So
about
like
that?
this, what do you, like for the trip or just in my life in Rockland?
No, like what's just the sickest thing in Rocklands?
I think it has to be living large. It has to be. I like, I don't know, like hiking to it and seeing it in person only like lit the fire more. Like it was insane. It's the coolest boulder I've ever seen. And like perfect holds,
Well,
flat landing. I like flat enough. I think that's like the ultimate Rocklands dream for me, maybe.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think that's both on the top of both of those lists for me.
Yeah, right?
Ultimate Rocklands and Ultimate.
life.
Oh, wow.
That life.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
life for me might just be like, at least like maybe like short-term life goal. I feel like, I mean, New England needs 8C. Like,
Yeah.
I think it's like, it'd be very cool.
Do you think it has one already and it's just not great at 8C?
No.
No,
No.
no.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think there are a few that are like,
Maybe in Colorado I would get it.
yeah, maybe in Colorado. I think there's a few 14s that are like a little harder than benchmark, maybe, or maybe just benchmark. But I don't even think we really have like a hard V14.
Plenty of projects. Though.
Plenty.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was definitely a goal of mine too. Like, and still is. Like, I'd love to like raise the bar in New England with that. Yeah, that'd be cool.
it's awesome. Do you have a Rocklands one? Same.
Yeah. Air Star, Monkey Wedding. Yeah, man, I'd love to do those. That'd be cool. Now that I've kind of invested in them a bit.
Do you feel like you have to be kind of within a certain range of a climb to feel like truly inspired by it?
No.
No?
I grew up like trying V14 when I was climbing V9. Like,
Whoa.
it's just
That's sick.
You know, if it's like a local,
That's like the Keenan
I
mentality
should,
kind
I
of.
should
Yeah.
I feel like a
adopt more
lot
that,
of
I think.
Yeah.
New Englanders are like that. I feel because it's so easy to access everything.
I think New England has like a bit of a projecting mentality too, because like a lot of the climbs are, it's just like one boulder in the woods. It's not like this big zone.
Yeah.
So you're just there and you're like, okay, I did this V7 to the right. Like, okay, let me look to my left and like try the V13 or, something like that. Or,
Wow. That's cool.
yeah, but I think it's great. Like, and there's a lot to learn on climbs that are well above and below your level. So I encourage it.
For sure. What about you?
The top 3 like most inspiring lines I've seen probably in person. Like last time was definitely like finish line and get railed. And now at this trip, like, yeah, living large is for sure one of the most inspiring lines I've ever seen. Have no intention to do any of them. But
Come on.
I just, you never know when you'll be back in Africa. So
Next year. Come on.
nothing is guaranteed. So, yeah, ideally like a V-hard project, hopefully closer to home than Africa. Yeah. I think that's a bit of a stretch to like project a V16 on a 4-week trip.
Hey.
Yeah.
Do you have like an specific ultimate life goal?
I do, but I'm like realistic with myself. Like I don't have like any V15s on my list.
He's
like,
too
You're too realistic.
yeah, like I don't.
I don't think that, but I think you could climb V15.
I could. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't.
Sure.
I don't know like how much I want to like travel to actually like work a V15 though.
Are there any that inspire you that are, well, I guess if you live in New England, there are none there.
There are
so,
none, exactly.
Yeah.
So one of you has to do it first,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
he can get inspired. All
Yeah.
3 of you can
Oh,
send
it'd be
it.
so cool if there was like a V14 or V15 like right in New Hampshire or like Vermont or something.
Would you
Yeah,
ever
they
live
exist.
outside the Northeast?
I love it there. I'm not sure. Like,
Would you ever
I've-
live outside for like a year or two?
I've thought about a lot of doing like a year-long road trip because I really want to go to like Squamish and stuff, and that's usually I guess that's prime time right now, maybe. But
I think summer.
sure.
Is it more
Warm.
summertime?
It's warm, but like you don't get rain.
Yeah.
Is the-
that's a tough one
Yeah.
for conditions.
Mm-hmm.
But like Dreamcatcher looks like total lifeless.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if I'll ever actually try it.
I've put a grip of days on that.
Life list?
I don't know.
It's a trav.
No, it's super sick. I don't know. I think it's hard to it's hard to wrap my head around going back to stuff that I tried like ages ago. And
Yeah.
sometimes, but it'd be cool. Yeah.
It's pretty looking.
Yeah, it's super
Definitely.
pretty.
That's
beautiful.
Yeah. Super stunning line. Yeah, I've always thought I wanted to find like a 515 in the Sierra Nevada
That'd be sick.
somewhere. Like go and find it and bolt it and
I
like
bet you it's out there.
something. Yeah, there's so much rock.
Yeah.
Don't you have a couple like potential projects?
I have one thing that's mostly bolted at shut eye that probably isn't that hard, but could be hard 514. And then there are other cliffs that I have seen or know about that might have something that hard, but yeah, I don't know. Might need to go find. There's so many areas in that part of California, like in the mountains that I still haven't even seen. So who knows?
I think I remember you telling me about one, and you're like, it could be super hard and really cool, but like I think these holds are gonna break unless I like reinforce them.
I did.
don't know if I want to do that.
I did some work on one of those holds, probably.
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah. I mean, you have to.
Yeah, unfortunately, especially with sport climbing, it's like hard to
There's
to find.
so few like actual pure rock climbers.
Yeah, I think
So
a lot of people
few.
don't quite
I
understand.
I never
that.
understood that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, how it must be really hard to find a pure like 515.
Romney's kind of anomalous in that way. I guess there's one hold on Live in Astro that's like
Is there?
maybe
I have
man-made,
no-
but China Beach is completely natural. I think Jaws is too. But it's really rare to find like a whole like route of that difficulty
There's
that
that
doesn't have any
Project to the left too, which is supposed to be like
The Manhattan Project.
no
Bill
Clinton.
Clinton,
Bill
baby.
Clinton Project.
Bill Clinton.
Right.
But yeah, a lot of the classic areas that you think of with like a lot of like 514 plus or 515 sport routes is like gotta hold those things together with glue and
Yeah.
How's
it's just so
Spain
much.
in that way?
Spain's some certain crags have quite a bit of like reinforcing. I mean, it's also just like it's for cleaning and reinforcing and everything in between. There's just like 50 shades of gray.
It's a big gray.
You know, it's like
yeah.
where does it go from like cleaning to making a hold? Where does it go? You know, it's like there's just so much creative leeway with developing hard sport routes on rock that isn't like perfect, and most of the rock that has hard sport routes isn't perfect. So it's just it's a lot. There's a lot of if you want to make a hard sport route, especially on steep limestone that isn't like in Sayus, there's just a lot of hard decisions that you have to make as a developer. So yeah, but in bouldering, it's like I don't know.
What about
Usually,
Sayus?
well, Sayus is just like really bullet rock,
That's
I mean, are
Yeah.
those really hard ones? Are they all natural?
pretty much. Bib is biography and bibliography are completely natural. I think
That's
3
amazing.
Three
That's
degrees is
cool.
completely natural.
That's
that
sick.
other Andra 515 that's right there is completely natural. I think Rat's Demand Vibration has like a little bit of glue on it, but not much. Most of the routes there are like completely natural,
I feel like
but that's hard to find.
in New England we have like we were in Bishop and we did like this V0 arete and we're topping out and we're like this is all Joss. This is gonna break. Do you remember that? And we were talking about how in New England I feel like
Yeah.
all of that would have been gone. Like it would have been cleaned.
Here
That
or-
off.
No, in Bishop. we
Oh,
did
and
that.
Bishop.
But like
yeah.
I feel like cleaning in the East Coast versus the West Coast, even the United States, is just like so different because we like there's like it's like pretty vigorous cleaning, like making it safe. But then in the West Coast, it felt like, well, this might stay on, so we're gonna leave it, even though it's like a huge flake that might just like kill somebody.
I feel like it probably varies like area to area.
Yeah,
and,
probably.
like what era the area was developed in
That's
and
fair.
stuff.
Yeah. Definitely.
And yeah, who did the work, but
That really shocked me about Hueco the first season I was there. Like, just like, oh wow, this is gonna rip off eventually, and it's
Yeah.
literally just a matter of time.
Waco has
on
so
the-
many
on the top
so many
outs.
Chelsea
He said
top outs.
everything's hollow.
The top outs in Waco are sketchy, dude.
A lot of
it's,
top
it's
outs
really
are,
chossy.
yeah.
Like no one ever talks
Yeah.
about it, but
everything that's like
all the
everything
steep
that's
stuff's
like
bullet, and then
basically slabbier than this is like sun-baked and
Whoa.
exfoliating.
My friend
yeah.
Casey calls them death cookies.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
You like knock on them. It's like,
You climb like the most perfect, beautiful climb, and then you get to the top, and it's just like trying not to break stuff as you top out.
Just knocking.
I think that was the first area I ever went to where climbers were like very strict about not climbing for like 48 hours after the rain.
Yeah, it's pretty porous rock. It absorbs a lot of moisture.
Like not 24 hours, 48 hours. So like, what?
Seems
It's like
like it-
windy today, you know?
seems like that number
Yeah.
grows every
I mean,
year.
it's
I don't know what to think.
it's a nuanced like
72
conversation because it depends on so many more factors other than like, did it rain or not? Like, how much did it rain? What's the like atmospheric pressure after the rain? Is it windy? Is it not windy? Like, boulders can dry in a few hours, especially if they're in the sun, if they didn't get much rain, or maybe they didn't even get wet to begin with. But it's like, you kind of have to have some hard and fast rules, or else people will just like ignore them. And,
Yeah.
We don't
But
have that. We don't have
I
that.
love Hueco. I think Hueco and Rocklands are my favorite bouldering areas in the world.
I
But
think-
Hueco does have a lot of
But
Chelsea top
I
outs.
don't know. This is the
Come
first
on,
time.
you don't have a soft place in your heart for Bishop? Come on, man.
Bishop is in my top 3.
Let's
for
go.
Sure. Yeah.
So
Bishop would
Bishop's
be
magical,
would be
yeah.
third, I think.
Or Hueco, which one's first, do you think, between
This one.
this one, Rocklands,
Yeah.
Hueco,
What
Bishop?
about fun?
Not in my top 5, I don't think.
No, dude,
Wow.
It's
we're the king lions out there, man.
no,
There's
I mean
living large out there.
Font is amazing. Like the climbing's super fun. The pastries are like the best in the world. They have some pastries there that you just can't get anywhere else. But I think like it's just almost every single boulder has like a heinous slopey top out. That's like more or less the crux of the boulder. I don't know. Like I want to climb like a sweet overhang with holds and then just like grab jugs and mantle.
Yeah. That's why rock.
That's fair.
Right, exactly. I mean, I think it's like, a challenging top out every now and then is cool, but like if every single boulder you get on has some like heinous like beach whale top out, it's just
Imagine if the mandala top out was harder.
Oh my god, that's hard enough.
You
Yeah,
wouldn't be
I
with
don't-
us.
But he wouldn't.
Yeah. Troy would not be
Oh
with
my
us.
god.
I almost wasn't with us that day too.
Yeah, he didn't even use the hold.
Yeah, I forgot which hold to grab, and I just like mantled the wrong hold.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Wow, this is really hard."
Yeah, he was just like up there over lip. Like,
might die.
I was like, wait a minute.
You were there with him?
When he was
Yeah.
trying it, when he like just repeated the
I just did the
top, yeah,
last move and topped out.
and he was like up there for a second, and then Troy did it. He somehow caught the lip of one, or like did the stand start over calling a mandala off the rocks, but he like caught the
super stand.
slopey lip with one hand, like swung on it, was over the pile of rocks that you like shouldn't land on, and everyone's like, "Oh, we have you," and we did not have him. Like he could not have fallen on that swing. That was scary.
I think we had him.
I think he would have.
I don't think we had him. That was like a grab your ankles and throw you down kind of situation. But I think being in Rocklands is like the first time I've ever like not been psyched to go home and climb at home. Like usually I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go home and like climb the gunks again.
Mhm.
It's kind of the first time where I'm like, I kind of like it here.
Wow. Nice.
Do you have to go home if for some reason you
For
don't
some
send?
crazy reason,
Could you
it doesn't
stay?
happen on Tuesday.
Could you guys stay?
But my mom will not let me stay.
Oh.
But it's okay. I'll come back next year if anything. So I'm okay with
It
it.
works really well as a student, huh? If you don't have to work in the summer.
I was just thinking about that. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, I can come back. I only saved up $2,000 for this trip. Half of that was on the tickets. Another half is living here. Like it's pretty easy.
If you only eat cookies, it's not
If you
that expensive.
only it's pretty easy. That's
Also,
very true.
you found a cheap ticket. My ticket was a lot
Well,
more than that.
It wasn't. I got kind of lucky. It was like $1,400 for me, and then
Okay.
his brother booked it literally 25 minutes after me, and it was like $1,800.
Whoa,
It
crazy.
was insane.
Your brother's here? Oh, for you.
No, Brad bailed. He
He had
goes,
to bite the bullet.
Oh,
he was gonna
no.
come.
Brad.
Brad.
Yeah, he was gonna be here. Couldn't make it.
I wanted him here bad.
We've iterated on that so many times, by the way.
Wish
Brad.
I wish Brad was here.
Who came
Dad,
up with "Dad,
it's-
I'm bread"?
Dad,
Have you heard that one before?
If it's a meme, maybe. Otherwise, I haven't heard anyone ever say that.
"Dad, I'm bread."
No.
Where have you heard that?
Maybe Liam.
Maybe
wouldn't be-
Liam. Maybe I think I posted something on my story a long time ago about it. Maybe I posted like a link to the
Yeah.
video or something, and then maybe someone commented.
I bet Brother Biscuit had something to do with that.
Dad and bread.
Good old
Brother
Liam.
Biscuit.
Liam maybe. Liam maybe Biscuit.
Do you guys think you'll climb until you're like too old to climb anymore?
For sure. We were just talking about this, I feel like.
I think so.
I mean,
Or it'd be around
Yeah.
heckling young ones or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Dave McLeod, I feel like he's a perfect example. He's like not too old to climb, obviously, but like
He's getting up there.
I like
He's
you said
old.
McLeod.
Yeah, McLeod.
McLeod?
how do I say it?
McLeod.
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 Shit. He's on the
McLeod.
podcast too. Oh, I ruined it. But I mean, he's like a legend, and he's like still getting stronger.
For
So that-
sure.
I think that
For
inspires
sure.
me for sure. I mean, I have time.
Yeah. I feel like, what do you think? I feel like after I like really drop off ability wise, I might like lose some interest and move on to other things. But I think that would be like in my 60s or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's like way.
I feel like I'm going to be Fred Becky, just like barely surviving the hike to the crag and then like, climbing like
That's
mod trads with like the young
Mod
guns who are
trads.
like, look at this fucking fossil.
There's so many ways you can like contribute to
Yeah.
climbing.
Yeah.
And I think
Not
like
even.
also just hobbling around the crag, like watching people would be super fun.
Yeah, and like it'd be fun for them too.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Mhm.
oh, you FA'd this one. Like, that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Or just hiking, exploring, or scrubbing, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I can see an old Nale just living in Rocklands, scrubbing new boulders. Like, that'd be awesome.
He's already doing
He's
it.
already
He's just
doing
not that old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He can just still climb B16.
Yeah.
I wonder what he's put up in the
That's
last
what
few
I've
years.
been saying.
I want to know.
What? I wish he was on Insta. I DM'd him
Gotta-
today.
Really?
Didn't respond. I mean, probably won't respond, but I was curious about
Man.
Black Eagle left.
Oh, I think P-Robs might have done it.
What?
Yeah. I think he called it Bleagle or something because he thought that's where Black Eagle went a few years ago. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
This is all
Plot
new.
thickens.
The plot thickens.
Not barely eagle, huh?
Yeah, there was like
Barely Eagle.
That's the one I saw.
Nice.
In one of those old like Instagram edits of that guy Skynar on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
He, like-
Sicknar.
Signar.
Yeah.
I've been saying Skynar.
I'm
Damn
saying
it.
Skynar.
Yeah, you're way off.
I'm
A
way.
lot of people say Skynar.
All right, that's good.
Yeah. That's Sam Tingy.
That's okay. But yeah, they like posted a video of them like inverted somehow on the left of Black Eagle, and they
Whoa.
called it Barely Eagle. And
Oh.
very curious.
Starting on Black Eagle or
I think it starts on Black Eagle
Okay.
and goes somehow left into like a V3,
Mm.
like really far left.
Mm.
I'm very interested.
Mm.
I'm really psyched on just obscure stuff.
Mm.
I don't know why.
Yeah, you guys love the obscure stuff. Both you, Austin and Troy. Yeah.
There's plenty of it here in Rocklands. Yeah.
Plenty of everything. Yeah. It's crazy. But there's no, I mean, what do you think? There's like no way Nolly hasn't put up like a sick V15 or harder in the last like, I don't know. How long has he been quiet? Like 3, 4 years?
I'm sure he has. Yeah. I mean, he was doing like several every year while he was like public. So
Yeah.
I know that he has a couple like areas that are like around
His
here.
areas?
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
like ungraded now too, right? He doesn't really grade anymore from what I saw.
Yeah. I don't know. He doesn't say anything.
Yeah. He's
He
like the
just
Griffin
goes
White
on.
side of Africa.
Yeah.
Griffin, man.
Yeah.
These people, got to get him on the podcast.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
That would be
Oh
awesome.
my god, a
I'll
Griffin,
try.
Griffin
podcast
one?
would be great.
That would be crazy.
I'll try my best. How long have we been going? Hour and 45.
Do you have any parting questions?
Parting questions.
What do you guys? Do you have anything you want to talk about? Do you have anything that's been on your mind a lot lately?
Monkey wedding been on my mind.
Troy looks like he has something.
I-
to
Yeah,
say.
you got something. What do you got?
I was gonna mention the last comp I did.
Oh, okay,
here we
yeah.
go.
Which was actually kind of like last minute.
Was this the drunk comp?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was worth mentioning.
Yeah.
It was like last minute summer solstice comp, just like a local comp.
Mm.
And I was like injured a few weeks before. And this was actually like 1 week before Africa. I
Mm.
was like, all right, Gavin, you want to go do this? And we're like 50-50. And then our buddy's like, I'll go. And we decided not to take it serious because it's an adult comp, like 18 plus.
Mm.
And there's going to be an after party. And it was just going to be like good vibe comp. And there was a couple 18-year-olds there, like super strong. And me and Gavin like got the pregame going. Like, you know, we had like 4 beers before the comp, and we were doing shots of gin during the comp.
Oh my God.
And I'm like going up to the root setters. I'm like, guys, I'm hammered right now. And I end up winning the comp.
What?
Yeah, I end up winning the comp, going up to the podium with my 10th drink in my hand.
Wow.
And I was like, yes, dude, we beat Chef Coleman. And the guy, Danny Coleman, ended up doing like really well at nationals.
Yeah.
I think he was like 5th.
He did really
at
well.
nationals.
What
Yeah.
the-
He was in finals.
Wow.
Yeah.
You
This
were-
is one
you
of the
were
people you
critical
beat?
drunk.
The kid he beat, the 18-year-old,
Yeah.
who is a beast.
Were you just fast and loose or what?
Just I guess the setup
Light
just
as
worked
tight.
out. Yeah, it seemed like
Wow, that's
Yeah, actually,
extremely legendary.
they had a floating simulator.
What?
Yeah.
Whoa.
And it seemed really hard, and I didn't figure out the recycle beta at first, but it was like very campusy.
Damn.
It was funny.
Do you feel like you might be the Will Ferrell of climbing? Has anyone
That's a
ever
good one.
No.
That's a good
That's
one.
a good one.
What
yeah.
are you picking up on? What?
the hair and the like
The vibe.
the vibe? Yeah, yeah.
Oof.
Or the John
That's
C.
amazing,
Riley of
dude.
climbing.
I don't know. I could
The
never
John
be,
C. Riley.
I could
That's
never
a
be
good one.
Anchorman though.
Come on, dude. You can
You could be
you could be
Anchorman.
Anchorman and you could climb V15.
Yeah.
Yes.
You just
Everyone
have to
is-
stop laughing so much. Anchorman doesn't laugh.
Come on.
That's very
We
factual.
should watch that movie.
Can you grow a mustache?
Shit, dude. When I was here 5 years ago, I didn't even shave once. Could not grow anything.
Wow.
I grow like a goatee without shaving the sides at all. It just grows into a goatee, but it's like a little bald on one side, so it's like a capital G shape. It's just like
G
the
for
letter
goatee.
G.
It
G
takes
for
me like
goatee.
5-6 weeks to grow a mustache.
To
We got
grow the facial
We got
hair
time.
that Bryce is rocking right now would take
Yeah.
me like 6 months probably.
Whoa!
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
so-
Yeah, my facial hair is super patchy.
Hmm.
I
Mine
look
comes back
like
in like a week.
really homeless.
I hate it.
The hair doesn't come through that steel jaw of yours.
I guess not.
Yeah, that's probably what
It's
it is.
impenetrable.
Yeah. What else we got? I'm such a lazy interviewer right now.
It's okay. Everyone in New
We
England
did
will be
zero
psyched.
prep.
Zero prep.
I'm sorry. I
This
meant
is
to
great. We
come.
got a
I meant to
roaring
come. I
fire.
meant to
This is the
come
best fire
stock all
we've
their
had.
8A accounts, but I didn't. I got caught, and then they were already here when I got
Yeah,
here.
I got there early.
There is
And we didn't have internet.
there's a
Power
like
was
on the
out.
projecting mentality from New England. There's a video that is extremely legendary.
Gotta link it. Gotta link it.
Okay.
Lifetime project. This is Climb Blockbuster in New Hampshire. It's this guy who takes 17 years, I think it is, to climb
Wow.
his lifetime project. It's probably the
How
best
hard is it?
video. It's a V10.
Wow.
Wow. 17 years.
It is an incredible video.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
That's the best.
That's insane. Like, I feel like most
With
people
commentary.
could start climbing from scratch.
And climb V10
And
in
climb-
17 years.
Yeah, way harder than 17. Way harder than V10 in 17 years. I don't know what this boulder is, but that's
Troy
that's-
was climbing V10 in like 3 years.
exactly. That's crazy.
I think
mean,
did he only try that climb? Probably.
I mean,
I have to watch
no
this.
idea.
You have
That's
to watch it.
fascinating.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, that's.
It's
that's
Do you know this
amazing.
person? Do you guys know this person?
Maybe you do.
I don't know.
No.
No.
I don't know.
Well, props to this guy. Yeah,
Yeah.
not to take
Legend.
away. Yeah, that's rad.
It's an amazing video. He's like rapping throughout the video
Oh, wow.
about this process.
Wow. So creative.
I want to know how dedicated he was for those 17 years.
You can,
Did he like
you'll-
try it once a year for 17 years?
I don't.
For all
like,
we know,
really
he
gave
gained
it.
40
It looks
pounds
pretty
and,
snowy in a lot
then
of the
he lost
sessions.
40 just to try it again. You
Yeah,
know?
it's insane. It was insane. This whole YouTube channel is great.
You should interview him.
Oh my.
That would be
Alright.
exciting.
Yeah.
It's like once you watch this video, you're gonna be like, I
you
gotta
are-
get him.
Yeah, you.
My goodness.
Now that you've got the warrior himself, you're gonna move on to the lifetime project. guy.
Sweet. That'll be our new obsession.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it. Okay, what are your guys' hopes for the rest of the trip? Obviously, Tuesday, monkey wedding.
That's not a hope. That's a plan.
That's a plan. I like
Yay.
it. I like it. Confidence. What else? What else do you want to do?
I think they
Or
only
experience.
have 3 more climbing days.
Hopefully,
2 or 3 more climbing.
some more milkshakes.
Where are the best milkshakes?
I don't know. The one in the Clan William was pretty good, but
At
then
DeKelder's?
last night at Traveler's Rest, man, the Living Large Just hit a
Okay.
little different
Okay.
at night. Yeah,
Is it spiked?
Yes.
What are-
it is
Okay.
spiked.
What
Okay.
are the
Nice
flavors?
bonus.
You got either the Don Pedro,
Okay.
which is these are just milkshakes with alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
And
really
then,
know what's.
and then you have the Live and Large.
Hmm.
Those
Are they
the two
vanilla? Like
options.
what? I mean, are there
Yeah,
options?
variations of chocolate with vanilla milkshakes. With
Whatever
some
the cake you
chocolate.
had last night was.
Maybe if I send Black
Sauce.
Shadow a milkshake and then
Yeah.
just
Oh,
ruin
yeah.
myself for a couple days.
Because you're like a little bit lactose
Maybe-
intolerant.
Yeah.
I put a bunch of cheese in there.
I'm fine with cheese. I think a milkshake would fuck me up.
Okay,
though.
okay.
But
If I send
there's only
AP
one way to
plus,
find out.
when I send AP plus, I'll have
That's
a
the
milkshake.
spirit.
There you
Yes.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah, Amandala.
Welcome to the club.
Amandola or Speed of Sound.
Mm.
Power and the Glory.
That's
your-
probably AP plus.
That's-
Yeah, if I do Power in the Glory, I'll get a
That's
milkshake.
what-
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Pound the
Nice.
Glory's day.
No.
What about for you?
I feel like I had a really good trip. I mean, I'll get one last crack at Black Shadow, but like,
You're going back. When are you going back? I'm gonna go back. I think either Monday or Tuesday, depending on what the weather
It's
does.
pretty easy access. I think I'll just hit it at night, like get there like 4:30 or something.
Okay.
But one last
You
crack
guys
at
should
that.
session on it together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta see
Awesome.
this. I gotta see this go down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
go on Monday if
I'll get
if-
some.
if
I'll try
you
to get
guys
some
go.
footage to
Monday.
attach to the
Okay.
podcast.
Wow,
Monday.
okay.
Monday's gonna be huge.
Let's do it Monday.
Maybe
We'll
I'll
see.
try that.
It's-
Maybe
it's
I'll try
looking
that weird Nathaniel
Rainy in the
Pullman.
morning, but
That thing's fun. I did that one.
I heard
Oh, the
that.
dome.
Yeah, it's fun.
It looks insanely hard.
I fit my box like perfectly. You can't be. I think the taller you are, the harder it is.
Mhm.
But I was able to do it like a toe down instead of the heel.
Oh,
It was like comparable to like every other.
but your left foot is so low.
Left is very. I'm really good at the rock over dinos. I really
okay,
like those.
okay.
Yeah, those are fun.
Okay, I'm not great at those.
I should
Another
try
comp clinic.
Another
from
comp clinic.
Austin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In Rocklands,
I got Mitch up flying Guitar Thief. That's.
Yeah.
I was proud of him. I was proud.
I didn't send. I want my money back.
Shit.
Yeah. Same.
But you watch people sing, right?
I did. I watched several. No, I
Did
just
you
watched
try
them.
the beta that was being suggested?
Yeah, it's just fucking weird for me. I just have these long, useless legs.
I think you should have dropped the underwear.
Oh my
yeah,
god.
next time.
Too much.
I'll
too
do
many
it for
clothes.
you.
Yeah,
Too many
I'll do it for
clothing.
you.
Yeah, the
I'm
underwear.
psyched to go back. Actually, I'm psyched to go back for both of those.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
AD Rain's so fun.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it a lot.
There's a lot of hardship.
Have you done First Blood?
No, I want to try it.
You gotta
now.
try it.
Yeah,
It's just fun to try.
yeah. Looks dangerous on the skin, but
Funny enough, it
Not
seems
too
like
bad.
everything we've tried this trip, like we've seen someone do it in person. Like Power and the Glory.
Oh, yeah?
Seems like everything we've gotten on.
Have you seen
Whatever the
someone do
project
monkey
is.
wedding?
I was gonna
person?
say,
We
not
saw
Monkey.
someone from. We were up at Black
Oh, we
Eagle. We
did.
saw
We saw Jabe Kim. I don't know.
Jabe
If that's how
Kim,
you
yeah,
say
Jane
his name.
Kim's older
Oh,
brother.
okay.
I guess.
Yeah,
Do monkey wedding.
Wow, sick.
it was.
Which is cool.
Yeah, he topped out, and he was like so psyched. It was
Wow,
awesome.
sick.
Very cool. He left some big tip marks, but but
And then we were at the bottom at Monkey Wedding. We saw someone top out
Blackie.
Blackie.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
crazy.
it's true.
Sick.
Yeah, fun.
That's sick.
Nice.
I saw so many people do Airstar too.
Oh my god,
Dude, that
Airstar
thing's
got-
getting
Yeah.
action this year. So many people are doing it. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
There's, yeah, who this? Yeah, Carlos did it. That was sick.
I feel like 15 a cents or something.
It has to be.
Mm.
I've seen in person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Really?
Every time we've been there, someone did
definitely.
it.
Who else? We saw Nick do it. I only saw Nick do it.
So me,
Austin.
Kuba,
Cuba.
then-
Kuba?
yeah, I don't know his last
He
name.
like
Polish.
Polish?
Polish,
Oh, okay.
but
Yeah.
fucking crazy
really
strong.
strong.
And then like random guy just walked up and
Random
did
French guy, way too casually.
Oh yeah, Francois Kaiser.
Yeah.
He's like a legendary comp climber, I
it.
guess.
Yeah, I can't
Yeah,
say
it
that.
was-
Yeah.
Legend.
He was way too casual.
And he was like, "Hey, do
Yeah.
you mind if I try?" And they were like, "Oh, dude, yeah, hop on." And like first try, almost held it, and like did it third try. It was
Wow.
awesome.
Wow.
I think
yeah,
if you
he's a
stacked
beast.
5 air stars on top of each other, he would have no problem. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Billy did it. Billy Riley.
Oh,
did
sick.
it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Carlos did it though. That's the best.
Carlos.
Yeah.
Carlos ended up doing
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
That was
Yeah.
awesome.
Big proj for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah, I saw that Francois Kaiser guy almost do speed of sound in a session with like the worst, starting with like the worst skin ever.
Wow.
And he was like rapid fire trying it from the
That's-
bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all right. That's insane. That boulder looks hard.
I think you'd do well on it.
How many people do you think have bat hanged off the top of Airstar?
None.
One.
One.
I think
My
one.
B. My B one.
I think one.
Is that your most epic bat hang?
It's definitely
That
luminous.
has-
Luminance.
Oh,
Luminance.
Oh,
God,
Luminance.
dude, that's so
God.
insane.
That's terrifying. That's
I second that.
Yeah.
Bryce?
I would walk down the hill if you started doing that.
I think my spotters were surprised, mostly surprised. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think none of them
Not
bailed,
happy.
but
Dude,
yeah.
just picture someone else.
Spotters are useless on
Do you
that
know
anyway.
you're gonna do it beforehand?
Yeah.
I could kind of, it was a little bit premeditated. Yeah. I could see that there was like potential there, and I could see that there was like a big like kind of in-cut, like nice rounded in-cut jug right above the lips. I
You're
was
like, if that's as good as it looks.
yeah,
Bishop
yeah,
jugs are kinda
basically.
scary
I had been doing a lot on that trip, so I felt tuned up, you know.
Your shins
bang ready.
were
Yeah.
we're in good shape.
Bishop, I don't know though. Top out's a bishop. They get a little chauncey sometimes.
Yeah, I know.
Those cat littery little
Yeah.
To circle
holds
back,
up there.
full. I was holding it in, but I have to say it now. When he was talking about his scariest moment, he relived it through me. Because when I topped out direct north, I shoveled the wrong top out. Like I shoveled only the direct.
Oh my god.
And yeah, I basically relived his exact experience on it. Like
Wow.
10 minutes on the slab,
Wow.
on the smears, hadn't done it on a rope, just like up there.
Years later.
Years later,
Yeah.
he relived it through me.
Wow. I really am curious like which way I went. I feel like I just went straight up, but I don't know.
I feel like
It doesn't
Maybe
it wasn't as scary
It's
as
pretty
I,
natural just to go left.
it
And then,
does like left is
I
like-
probably
makes
just
a lot of sense.
I just
It's
probably
nice.
went wherever the
it's
yeah,
like
the
it's
least
like
resistance.
obvious too.
Okay.
But there was just snow covering it. And I posted a picture on my Instagram of me shoveling it, and he responded to my story, and he was like,
Yeah, I was like,
Shoveling
what
the wrong
are
top.
you doing? Yeah.
I'm super curious. I want to find the video of my ascent and see which way I went
I'm
up.
curious. Yeah.
Yeah.
because it was definitely the scariest moment of my life too.
Wow. Do you have any like near misses that you feel like you got away with?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I have a couple. I almost killed Brandt once. Because he was spotting me, and we both would have gone off a cliff for sure.
If you would've fallen,
if
or-
the lip hadn't happened to be a really good jug, I had not like sussed it at all.
wow.
And I was
Where's
just
that?
like, it was in Oregon. I think it was at the Tick Ranch, and it was this V8 called Split Brain. And I like figured if I got through the bottom, I would just do it. And the session got a little epic, and then it got dark, and we didn't have very many pads, and it's perched right on the edge of a cliff. And I got through the bottom, and it was dark, and I couldn't see that well. And I put my foot too high, so it like really pushed me out because I couldn't see the lower foothold. And I just like was committed and just fired to the lip, and my body came way out from the wall, and I like barely held on. But luckily, it was a jug, and it was just like, like that feeling where you top out, and you're like, I got away with that, and I'm so stupid. Like I'm not even psyched. That was so stupid.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
and
That's
then you're
probably my
like,
worst one.
Yeah, not worth it.
Yeah.
It's never worth it.
Not a good feeling.
Except sometimes it's worth it.
It's a good feeling knowing you didn't die, though.
That's a good
Yeah.
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 You almost died.
I was scared on Evolution Direct. Like I just fully numbed out and kept going. So I didn't have any fun on that. Yeah, near misses. I don't know. The stupidest thing I feel like I've done is just last time I was in Rocklands driving the rental car because I didn't know how to drive stick, and I was just solo questing up the mountains, hills.
Wow.
Damn.
But you didn't roll it.
No, I didn't roll it. Yeah, that's true.
I think Taylor McNeil got into a car accident with maybe Rami and someone else here, and they like some people got hurt, I think, and they like Taylor like doesn't want to come back here because of it.
Yeah.
Yikes.
I know like drunk driving is a big issue in South Africa in general. Like, so I think people get in car accidents, especially like foreigners driving on the wrong side of the road or something. And then,
Yikes.
I think that might have been what happened to Taylor.
Kayla Tracy told me a story of her flipping a car in Rocklands too. Have you heard that story?
Wow.
Yeah, just like on the dirt road, they just flipped. I guess I don't know. I'm sure there's more to it, but that's all I heard.
It didn't just do a kickflip.
Yeah, it was like
Do you have one?
I'm sure I have a lot on boulders, but the ones that stand out the most are like on El Cap or on like trad routes or whatever. Yeah.
oh, that's terrifying.
Yeah, I tried once I tried to, I think the closest I've ever been to like serious injury or death was probably on like trying to flash this like 13 plus R trad route in Pine Creek called the Rift. I think it's the Rift. Tom Mullen, FA. And he was projecting it like during that time, and I went up with him and my ex-girlfriend, and he was like, I think I belayed him on it once or twice, and then it got dark and it was pretty cold. It was like in the middle of the winter, and or it didn't get dark, but like the sun went behind the hill, so we were like in the shade finally. And then like the plan was for me to try to flash it, but I had some hesitations. I was like, I don't know if I want to do this. It's just like seems pretty consequential, especially in the lower half. Like in the upper half, it's super run out, but you have like really good gear. But in the lower half, it's like you kind of just have one good piece or like one decent piece. And I like my ex-girlfriend was like, oh, you should just like go for it. Like basically like what's the worst that could happen sort of mentality. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay, I kind of just like let myself get talked into it. And then I started climbing and I like got up into the first crux, and you play some really bullshit pieces at the start. And there's like 1.75 that's like pretty decent, but it's in kind of a flare. And I was like standing in the flare right above it, freaking out, like not wanting to commit to this really committing. You basically have to lie back like it's not a chimney, but it's like two opposing corners, and you have to like have both your hands on one side and both your feet on the other, so your body's like almost horizontal to the ground for like a second. And I just couldn't commit to that beta, and I was trying to place a piece above my head that I knew wasn't going to fit there, but I was like panicking, and then my foot popped. It went like right behind the rope. I'd never flipped upside down before, like in like over 15 years, 20 years of climbing at that point. And I flipped upside down, and I wasn't wearing a helmet or anything. And fortunately, the 0.75 held. But like, I think the second piece that I placed just popped right out of the wall. Damn. And if that 0.75 would have ripped, I would have gone headfirst into like some talus or something.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Yikes!
Yeah. So I think the moral of the story is either A, wear a helmet, but probably B, like if you're going to do something like that scary and committing, like suss it on the rope first, and like, pretty much make sure you're not going to fall. Because I think like when like I've noticed that the times that I've come closest to like hurting myself, like in a serious way, were always when I was either really scared or when I was like rushing, like climbing too fast or something. Because a couple times on El Cap, I've like been like short fixing or like. Oh, I maybe shouldn't climb today. Like it's really cold or really hot or whatever. And then the day after Emily cratered on like the bottom of Golden Gate and like hit her head and got rushed, I like the next morning it was even colder and I slipped like, I don't know, like maybe 50 or 60 feet above where she fell, and I took this huge fall. Fuck. Wow. And the rock was so cold. It was like maybe the coldest conditions I've ever tried to climb in. Not like bouldering, but like on a rope. And yeah, the rock was like ice, but also like wet too. It was really weird. My shoes just like the shoe rubber just like didn't stick at all. But yeah, I think like the roped near misses stand out more for some reason.
Higher off the ground.
I guess, yeah. More consequential seeming. And the boulder near misses seem like they're over a lot quicker or something.
Yeah.
It's just like one little moment and then you're like standing on top or you're at the base and you're okay. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. Glad you're still here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been lucky a lot of times for sure.
Should we bry, you guys?
Sure.
Should we make some food?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming over, you guys.
Yeah.
Good luck on Monkey Wedding on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Not that you need it.
I'm psyched.
And hope to see you at Black Shadow.
There we go.
Yeah.
Let's take that thing down. All right.
Cool.
Thanks, everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.